Apply. Oh,
And hopefully we don't lose the feed.
now
But
they
now
can hear us.
Now can hear us.
Now they
All
can
right.
hear us. So we should double check a couple things.
Okay, so you need.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
All
You're
right.
fine. I'm just doing a thing. Don't mind the man
What are you doing?
behind the curtain.
We're not forwarding it to.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome
Can
again
you
to
hear us?
another We Don't Know.
Just standard technical difficulties.
You know, basically what happens is it gets to a certain point at a time, and like we just need to go, and then it's like, oh wait, we didn't get the mic working yet. So
Hey, at least we figured it out when we first started versus like, yeah, did you know we used to do a 3-hour broadcast? No one can hear a damn thing.
no, that wouldn't happen.
That wouldn't happen?
No, because I once did video that went national for
Yeah.
the news,
Yeah.
and I forgot to wiggle the audio cable because the audio pack on the camera that I had is notorious for cutting out, and so that video that went,
I guess we do this. That works.
it might have gone international, but yeah, no audio on it, so it was replaced as soon as they had other B-roll that was applicable to the event that I was there at.
They
the
just
first on the scene for CBS. Yeah.
Completely overrid you, huh?
Well, I did. There was no audio.
No audio. Only visual. Where's the button? God, they hate me. We just want to create a post. And... well, that's not how you spell Twitch. Who put me in charge?
You did.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. It ain't me.
TWI... wait, right? No, I swear to God. Swear...
What are you trying to do? Oh, Twitch.
Yeah, it's trying to spell Twitch.
TWITCH.
TWITCH. Hello, everyone. We're
You
here.
can watch him
We're
typing out this message.
We exist. We're doing stuff tonight. Why? Because it's Tuesday. Jared.
Yes.
How's your day going, Jared?
A lot like this broadcast so
Really?
far.
Yeah, I definitely walked out this morning to smell snow and smoke all at the same time. It was great.
Yeah. It's just. I'm not a really patient teacher.
Oh, and now you're homeschooling?
Yeah.
No. Solid. Wait, I have to do one thing. No, it's winter season. I can do this.
If you want. Oh. Oh,
That's important.
Yes. Palpatine or something.
All right, erasement though.
So happy Tuesday, September 8th here in Colorado, where it was at one point 100 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's snowing now.
Yeah, so within 12 hours, we dropped 60 degrees, which I did the math. That is faster than my freezer can drop the temperature of ice.
Oh, like in defrosting?
No, like if I were to put in boiling water that's 100 degrees
Yeah.
and wait till it hits ice cubes, the Colorado may have dropped faster in temperature than if you actually stuck boiling water in a freezer and waited for the freezer to catch up. Should be stated, my freezer doesn't work amazingly well, but the point is the same. Colorado, we're on fire.
Is that how you test to see if your freezer's working?
I don't know if it's official. It seems like a decent test.
Is there a table that you can look up online and like if you put this many quarts
I'm sure
of
Gary
boiling
Gygax
liquid
made a table for everything because that's what he did.
and a freezer table or whatever what okay
I'm
so
not
anyway
completely off screen. Okay, though you could. So there is an equation in physics that I used to remember that does have to deal with the specific energy inside liquids and matter state transfers, which I should know the name of, but I don't. That you could rate how many BDUs of thermal energy your freezer is putting out at any particular point in time by measuring start to finish in time.
but if it's cooling, how would it be?
A lot of times when you're dealing with thermodynamics, pluses and minuses are kind of interchangeable.
Oh, okay.
Especially when you're dealing with states of matter, you just have to know the specific energy necessary to transfer from one state to the other, and then degrees of Celsius of drop between that matter state transfer and the next matter state transfer. That's why when you put water at 0 degrees Celsius, it'll stay at 0 degrees Celsius for a long time. Then it turns to ice. Then it gets colder. Same thing with water. When you're boiling it, it'll actually plateau at 100 degrees Celsius for a little while, 99 degrees Celsius in Colorado for a little while, and then as it turns to steam, the steam can be hotter. Also, you can get steam hot enough to light things on fire. If you ever work on boilers, that's a thing. You check for steam leaks with a straw brew, and you wave it around and see if it lights on fire.
Did you just like shotgun a whole energy drink?
Yes.
Maybe that's the problem. I haven't even cracked mine open.
You want to start?
I don't do your crazy,
Look, it's only for these nights because it's a long Tuesday.
Well, no, mine's like sparkling V8. It's like tea and fruit and ginseng and stuff.
Your ginseng.
And 10 grams of sugar.
There you go.
But only 10 grams.
Only 10 grams. Man, without them 10 grams, I don't know what we would do. Anyway, on to Tao's Day. So, we had Labor Day, which is cool. Or Memorial Day. Labor Day? Labor Day. I don't know what day it is. Have had updates on the website, so we are getting the new cards up there fairly rapidly. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, nice.
Got a good chunk up on, and then once we get all those up, there's plans for some redesign and some additions that are going to be going on, including more permanent links to the varying demos that we have available on Steam, which actually put those links. That's what I was going to do. I've got a document for this thing with all the links built in, ready to go, and I didn't.
Oh,
so
for
I will.
OBS?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for I use it for our YouTube, and we can put comments in the Twitch streams. And
so if we've
really
had,
clever.
If we've had volume issues, the other thing that I would tell you is now that we're not using the fan because it's
not blazing hot in here.
Yeah. You might want to increase the gain on the mic.
You think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know sometimes when I listen to it, it's quiet, but it's usually me facing the screen.
Right. Yeah, so when you're turned this way, we lose a little bit of the mic just because where it sits.
Yeah.
We could hang one between us. Or eventually we should get smart and we'd have two mics. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, no. First we should, probably like...
Walk before run. Run before crawl.
Yeah.
Oh, it did reset our levels. We probably have been quiet. Sorry for everyone. There, now we're a lot louder. That'll be better.
We're peak. Okay.
No, not yet. We're good. We're right under the peak.
As long as you say so. Oh, those went high. Oh, no.
You good?
Doth thou to... Oh, we're not on camera anymore. All right, we're on the tape. Oh, we are on the camera.
Yeah, no, you're on camera
this
this
whole
whole
time.
time.
Still on the camera.
Because you're still talking.
All right.
Anyway, so we're gonna do some work tonight here. Play some games and show you some tricks that we know. And continue testing out decks and refining as we get going. What you got?
We will.
You're wearing your glove. You going bowling? So that's like the reverse bowling glove.
Does the bowling glove cover the fingers that go into the ball?
I don't bowl.
I never wore a glove. I like bowling. I
enjoy bowling.
Yeah.
I've bowled a better game backwards than I have forwards before.
I've never tried a full game backwards.
I mean, mind you, a good game for me is 100 points. So
Oh, I'm not great.
Yeah.
I'm not great. I just like the activity.
Just walking up, throwing things, and walking back, having a drink of beer, shooting the shit, and walking up and throwing things.
Yeah.
It's a very Neanderthal sport.
I don't really...
Not in a bad way. I enjoy Neanderthal sports.
I don't really drink much, though, so...
Maybe
I guess problem. Back in the day.
Yeah. Back in ye olden times?
Back in ye olden... yeah. But, no, I just... my senior year, I had so many credits, and I could have graduated the end of my junior year, and my parents would not...
Not having it?
No, and so I had bowling for my third quarter class the whole semester because I only took 3 classes that last year.
Just enough to technically be enrolled?
I had to have one. I had to save electives, so I had one elective each quarter, and then an art class, and then bowling. And that was my senior year.
I could accept that. I mean, we did bowling in gym.
I mean, I could have crammed it with a bunch of, like, real
class, like
actually,
real work.
The first half of the year, I think I did the full.
And then you went, no.
And I was just like,
Well, you did a German style. Because senior year German high schools, they tend to be almost more trade schools in form. And so you'll do like a morning class or two, just to finish off whatever you have, and then in the afternoon you'll go work with someone, or you'll do something in a professional, in more of a professional line. So if you want to go be a professional artist, you would go basically intern at a local studio or doing something like that, which I always thought was a really good way to go about doing things.
That's a brilliant way. I would have much preferred that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed my art teachers immensely, but yeah, I took more art classes than I was technically allowed to for all my 4 years. Yeah,
just sneaking in the back.
No, they let me.
Oh.
Because my grades and Anywho. Yeah. So I don't know why why are we talking about that?
Because we can.
I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this purple, and then we've got this
the chitty chat.
This warm light on the back. So it's not quite complimentary, but it's close. But it's looking cool.
I believe many people refer to that as man matching.
Man matching.
Yeah. Where all blue clothes match, even though they don't. All right, let's play some game. Let's play some more. There's time.
I buy a lot of the same clothes, so I don't have to think too hard about what I'm wearing.
I mean, I will on a regular basis clear out all of my varying socks that I own and just buy new from start.
Oh scratch. No, but the socks are fun, man.
Well, no, not my good socks. Like my regular,
Oh yeah.
They just go. All right, so let's talk about a couple things. This is once again our full set, which we realize Jared doesn't have on his gear. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna show you how to do that. So as you guys get the demos, which you can download on Steam, and there'll be links. Hey. You're gonna build your
links.
The links will be on the YouTube. They are going to be on the website, and they are on our previous posts on the Facebooks. And I have no idea how to do links on Twitch. I can do a chat room, can't I? I can do a chat room. I wonder if that stays permanently.
You have to publish that. Because right now, see how it's doing that? And it's saying Tuesday, September 1st?
Yeah.
You got to go over to your capture window in OBS.
Says live. Excellent.
Yeah, but look at the title that it has.
Oh, you're saying want this?
There's an update button. No, I already typed that.
Right.
Oh, did it change back?
Now. That's 8. Yeah.
No, because we had to shut it down. Remember?
Yeah. So what do we need to do here?
So
I need to enter on this?
You don't need to do that. You don't need to go back.
You don't
go back there.
You don't need to look at my face? Okay. We'll go back to that. What are you saying? Because this is going. That's running. We're live.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about here.
We're live! But it says we're live. What do you want?
There's somewhere where it says update or something.
For what?
For
We're
this.
trying to update. Yeah, that's fine. We just hit enter. It's fine. Didn't we? Enter.
No, all that does is put that.
Yeah. Right. Da 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 da. What are you trying to do?
Oh, bringing that window in. Okay, so somewhere in here, there was a button that says you repopulate with this new information.
Yeah.
How to use Go Live, and you hit that button so that it updates that date.
But we're looking fine.
Hey, where did it go?
I don't know. Jared, I don't know.
What is
there.
this?
No,
oh my goodness.
Go over one more. You've got there's a pair of Twitch streams going.
This?
No, other direction. Jared.
This?
Jared. There.
This?
Yeah, that. Good God. All right, we're going to go to work. Riveting. You're a rivet. Okay, so if you want to, when you guys build decks in tabletop, hello, you're here. Let me highlight things. There you go. Great. Oh, I'm in spectator mode. I'm a specter. That's not me. Change color. There we go. I am white. So when you are building decks in Tabletop Simulator, you want to make sure you save them. You're going to do that doing this. You're going to highlight whatever components it is that you are trying to save. You're going to go and right-click and bring up this. You're going to hit Save Objects. It's going to ask you what are you saving it as, root folder, whatever. In this case, I'm going to set this as a play set. Set. There it is, and save. And so next time we want to get more decks or whatever, we can go into our save objects and we can pull up a playset and it will just summon in all of them. So now Jared has an actual playset on his rig so that we can run it that way. Jared, who are you thinking of using?
Oh,
Who you want to practice with?
Were we gonna do Adverb?
Yeah, we can do Adverb and Dr. Captan. Man, they're a box set, and I wouldn't mind getting another round with Dr. Captan Man, and get a better feel for how that deck's working and if we need to make edits to it. So I'm fine with that.
Do you want to do a skirmish with the two of them first?
I don't have their skirmish decks rigged yet.
Oh, okay.
Like I can, but I need 10 minutes, and yeah, why? Besides those two,
No.
I like their war decks.
We're good.
Flip, shuffle. And once again, you can take when you get the decks, you would grab. Each deck's come with 3 locations apiece, and then you go with it. We're just gonna kind of do a 6 and choose scenario, just to keep her interesting. So I'll grab Dr. Captan Man. You grab an Adverb. Adverb, and we'll take these guys. I said we'll take these guys. Use guys. And woo! Throw them in the dirt. Oh, I've done a bad thing, Jared. All right, so this is an interesting note. When you inevitably shuffle your stuff together, you can do a searchy, and you can find the sideways card. Boop, there it is, nice and easy. And set that down and do it like that. Fantastic. And now Jared's deck is no longer all fuddy-duddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to see how to update that title over, because it's still shown as 9-1 instead of 9-8, right?
Nah. We'll figure it out someday.
We do need to go through like a serious crash.
Yeah, I agree.
And I want to say, everybody that's been watching these, we really appreciate it. I know that the quality needs to come up on these drastically. We're just really trying to provide information and also try and provide a deeper insight into the gameplay ahead of time, because we're getting so close to finishing the project that if we don't do this now,
there's no time to actually get it all done.
Yeah. So, plus this is a good way to keep communicating. It keeps us accountable. So we appreciate it. We do understand that this needs quite a bit of polish.
Jared, you forget we're in the TikTok era. It's not about polish, it's about content.
Yeah, I'm in a weird funk.
No, see, Jared, this is where you get that perfectionist streak. You're like, oh, if it's not perfect, we shouldn't release it. Wrong!
I know.
Release the train wreck. Have you never played Goat Simulator?
Goat Simulator?
Goat Simulator?
I played it very briefly, but I didn't. Honestly, I don't know if I oversaturated myself in my youth with video games, but my tolerance is really weird.
Are you saying you rotted your brain?
No, I'm saying I'm really jaded with kids. Like, oh yeah, this is I played this kind of game like a billion times. I don't want to play another one. But I did just play Donut County.
Donut County?
Yeah, it's
What the heck is Donut County?
It's a little short game. It's got a story to it. It's very odd.
Okay.
It does not play like Katamari Damacy. If you know what Katamari Damacy
I'm aware.
is.
It's weird that you're using that as your It's like there's a lot of games that don't play like Katamari Damacy.
Everything.
All of them. Yeah.
I know, but it's in the same vein.
Oh, okay.
It's somewhat weird, abstract. It's purposely not a AAA title.
Okay.
It's not as weird in some ways as Katamari Damacy and weirder in other ways. And then the game mechanic is essentially you have a hole that you have to move around.
Right.
And you're basically
you're trying to suck things into the hole.
Yeah, smaller objects. You're looking for things to fall into the hole.
So there's a phone app out there called Holio that is, well, it's complete garbage, but it's a similar. I'm guessing there was a rip because this is definitely a rip game.
I don't know. This is like got a whole. This has a whole plot.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. What you're probably talking about is the thing that the guy that the varying. I really think it's a Chinese company. Looked at and went, oh, we can make that.
Oh, I don't
and
know.
then they just made a rip version of it. You see it all the time in mobile apps. It's a thing. Because they will hone in on one aspect that they can do very quickly.
Yeah.
And then do it. Which I get and I accept that. And like the hyper simple games are an interesting design aesthetic. There's a lot of clones. Like a lot of clones.
Well, so, and it's really hard to be...
Jared, pick a number.
In the point of 4.
Wrong. It's 1. Anyway, you keep talking.
I don't want to.
5,
I was getting ready to talk about stuff that I don't want to talk about.
Okay.
It's just it's nepotism and creativity and
1, 2. What are you doing?
Industry and...
Oh, this is 2. That's our flip.
A whole bunch of other stuff.
So what do we got? 9 new, scrap, and command center. I think we did the command center last time, right?
Yeah, but this is about playing it.
Playing it. Well, and we got 2 mines here. That's interesting.
Are you which?
No, I just kind of did a simulator just to see what we ended up with.
Okay. We'll just do those. That's fine.
What else we had? Oh, the crown, mansion, playhouse. Playhouse is interesting.
Nah, I'm good with these. It's fine.
Group and toss. And I said toss. There you go. Tossed. Properly tossed.
Oh man, I don't have to control all the cameras and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Thanks, buddy.
That's what I'm here for, man. Because I don't know where that sentence is going, actually, but carry on.
You're fine, man. It's been one of those. You know what's? It's coming off of those long weekends.
Yeah.
Kind of jack me up sometimes.
Do you say?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I know this one. 2, 3, 4, 7. 7 it is. That's who I am. I'm number 7. All right, so let's talk about our leaders. Some of these leaders you've seen before, depending on if you've played with us before. Some of them you haven't. Dr. Captan, man, does the best he can.
I don't think we've ever done a stream with these. Actually, I don't know when the last time I played Adverb.
Adverb hasn't been around recently. So Dr. Captan, we've played with recently here. His big thing is portal abilities, which look like this. No, not that one. Give me this one. Flip. So normally these portal abilities, they can move stuff from team to team outside of turn, outside of play. So they're a great way to shuffle the board up, but normally they don't mess with your admin cards that are tucked under your leader, except Dr. Captan Man. Portal ability that started out here can pull cards out of his administration. So he has a great way to slide bigger cards in early, or get certain cards out, or he can cards that are put into his administration aren't necessarily gone for him. They can still come out and still be very useful. You just have to be aware that when they do, abilities that they have on them, like give me someone that has an ability like this, flip, boop. That ability wouldn't activate if they're brought out from the administration out into the field. So
do you have to pay rank costs? Do you have to
when you're portaling out the card that you're portaling, you don't need to worry about any rank costs. The card that you're playing in that has the portal, you got to play it like normal.
Okay. But yep. that's the offset of you're getting a score bump, but losing an ability and losing an
right, and you get a lot of variance. He can come out of nowhere. That's kind of how he works, and that's what he does. Adverb is a weird duck.
We didn't change these backs yet.
Nope, definitely haven't. Adverb, I got you. Boom, and M for magnify. Boom, ba-da-da-da. So adverb's ability is writing in the margins. Would you move your hand? Get your hand out of the way.
Oh, I was trying to read.
Stop. Get. Ah! So adverb, anytime an order would be retired from one of your teams, it is returned to your hand. So things that, like the gumdrop cannon that pulls, I see you. I see you. So things that would pull, like the gumdrop cannon that your enemy can play against you to try to blow things off the board, it'll take it off the board, but instead of it being retired and lost to you, it just goes back in your hand. So she's got this great recycle ability that allows her to use certain cards very, very aggressively.
Oh, I forgot to look at this before.
Yeah,
I
take a look at
it.
Take a look. Take a look. See.
Dang doodle.
See what you got.
Man.
Here, you take a look. Here, I'll show you what you got too.
No, I'm looking at the fez.
Because it's not there.
It's right in the pipeline.
You're in the pipeline.
No, I mean it's right there.
Oh, okay.
It'll be in the next drop of art.
So certain abilities like this that cut both ways. Transmute all teams. Transmute requires you to retire the cards. So with her, they go back to the hand versus into the retirement pile. So it's a great way to recycle. You've got some drops in there. She's kind of a mix of some offenses and some defenses. No, that makes sense. So this is somewhat of an odd choice for leader. You just have to understand that things that are discarded from her hand are still going to go to her retirement pile. So if she needs to use distraction or halts, those are still going to be in her retirement pile. So she will still have some ammo to use Professor Paranormal. And I think there's only one of them in there. Some spy, she's got some weights and stuff like that. Transmutes just to help pack the hand a little bit.
Wait, your halts don't... Oh, come on, Jackson.
Because they go from your hand. So who are you looking at? Here. Like, take a look at Cupid.
No. Oh, okay.
So halt isn't from your team, it's from a hand. So there is a distinction, and you need to understand that to really make use of it. But things like Kaboom, that's going to kill teams.
Yeah.
So, kind of with the general instruction that we give people when they first start playing at this specific adverb deck is if you get the chance to blow something up, do so. Because she's one that if you play her too passive, you don't get anything out of her. And it's hard to play her too aggressive in some cases.
It's hard to play her too aggressive?
Like, real hard. Because, like, all the big shaky moves, they don't hurt her. So you need to use them. Not just, I could use them. No, I want to use them. And then just make sure that you've got admin to kind of bring it out and keep yourself mobile and liquid as you're moving stuff back and forth.
All right, so I did have something that I wanted to talk about with art this week that
Sure.
I haven't talked to you about yet.
What you got?
Had kind of a weird thing, and I was going through the book of our last printed set.
Yep.
And then keeping in mind what we have under contract and what we do not.
Right.
And then what I have left to do something for. There are so few choices left.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of bugged me out a little bit.
What do you mean? Like how close we are, or that you...
It's the first time in a long time where my choices were very limited.
Oh, yeah? That's what happens when we get towards the end.
I know.
I mean, we are at the point where we need to start probably pulling things back from contractors that are...
We're almost there.
Yeah.
We're if I can get out of my little funk and have well, it's not really a funk, it's just
It's just non-art days.
It's not even that. It's just everything with the kids and going back to school and wanting to be a good dad and just everything else that's going on in the world. Yes, it's just been it's not been as productive as I had a couple weeks ago.
Right. That's how this
Which
works,
I
Jared.
think
They
is
come in.
frustrating me even more. Like, dude, you can clearly do it. Can you just friggin' finish it? So, anyway, we are getting very close. Yeah.
All right, Jared, you ready to play?
Yeah.
So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Whoa, hello. There you go. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Now I've got. So you decide who goes first by who has the lowest support. I've got a whole lot of 0. Well, let's zoom in a little further.
Man, even looking at this.
0. And Jared's got 2 of these little triangles right up here. Magnify. So, he's got 2 support to start. I've got 0 support to start. So, I'm going to go first. I'm going to draw 6 plus 1 for my extra. And what do I have here? Oh, perfect.
So, something else I want to... While I have your undivided attention there, Mr. Alex.
Mildly divided attention, yes.
Yes, or slightly divided. 5-day apocalypse forecast.
Yes.
Do you have that text right up for me? Like what you want on what days and what temperature it'll read and what the dates are on the card?
No.
I know what I can do is I will get a capture of a forecast,
right?
A regular forecast, and then you just
I'll fill in text for you.
What numbers, and then I'll design all the graphics and the interface and everything.
Yeah,
or the GUI.
Yeah,
essentially. Okay, so and I'm bringing that up because this is how close we're getting. International incident. Did we ever talk about that?
Not yet, because it's comic stuff.
Oh, and we don't want to do.
Yeah, that's our one no-go zone right now.
Fourth dimensional lampshade, is that the one where we just scratching our head on?
No, we've got that one.
What is that one?
We need to show a table flip of an Earth Tau table flip.
Oh my God! You're right.
Yeah. You're
right. Okay. I'm glad I asked.
Okay, good.
I thought
because that was like it's not a cakewalk because there's a lot of perspectives that you could do with it. There's a lot of bits and baubles that you could have flying around.
There's some fourth dimensional stuff.
Yeah.
There's some symbology which we can use. Actually, maybe that could be on the bottom of the table.
Like a hypercube? Where are you heading with this?
Yeah. The fourth dimensional.
We have a fourth dimensional triangle that we make reference to several times.
Yeah.
There's also the fourth dimensional octothorpe.
That would be fine too. It could be.
Well, you draw a bunch of hypercubes next to each other. You'd have to.
Hey,
you'd have a hyper rectangle?
What if we do that triangle, or we do a derivative of that, and that be the symbol on the board?
On this board?
Yeah.
On tabletop?
Yeah, I think whatever the board top is for fourth dimensional lampshade, it needs to be the tabletop that we...
I'm fine. Yeah, we need to design something for it anyway.
Yeah.
One menu, we want some branding on it, but we can sort that out.
Do you want to stay with the order backs? A darkened order back.
We haven't played around with it yet. I think once we get around to solving that problem, we can find a lot of solutions. So
okay. No, I'm just I'm constantly thinking about all the different pieces, and there's been since I've hit some like limits on what's left. I'm like, oh wait, now I need to start noodling on this and this and this.
Yes. All right, Jared. So I've drawn my 6. I've drawn my extra card. And I've put a card into admin for my first turn. It is your go.
Alright. Sorry. Just have to remember to text myself fourth dimensional lampshade Earth Tau table flip. Right?
Right. Just make sure it has a lamp.
Well,
Because I love lamp.
lamp or lampshade?
Lamps.
All right. Let's get this one going.
Take your cards.
Oofta.
And while you're doing that, let me walk through our locations.
Did you already play?
Yeah, I already played.
Oh, okay.
So where you play matters, where you fight matters, and the big thing with Earth Tau is that your locations and your scores associated with them change game by game. So first place we have here is 9 News. It's going to score on Mind. So that orange number at the bottom, that is your Mind score. So here we want to get the team that has the greatest Mind. Events such as this one are going to score double. So you want to try to get good Mind events in there. Work great, but they're not the only way to go about doing things. Super Scrap is interesting. It's going to score on Aether, aka the green one in between there, that 6 there. And items may be deployed from your retirement into Super Scrap as if deployed from your hand. So all the stuff that would... So neither of us are going to be big grave users. Well, I might end up with some stuff in there. And now I can treat it as some extra hand. So I basically... One of the advantages I've got then is I've got a hand here to work with. I'll have functionally a hand here to work with, and I'll have a functional hand here to work with limitedly. So I'm going to have some options on what's going around. And then the command center works actually very similar to Dr. Captain Man in the first place. Once again, it's going to score on Mind, so the orange there, that 3. And you may deploy into this location from your administration as if it were from your hand. So all the normal deploy rules apply, but once again, this hand here becomes doubly functional for both me and Adverb, who does generally kind of like a little bit of admin action. So this could get dicey. What you doing there? Highlight them all if you're going to do them. Got your shrink ray?
I was just... because I try and do these at twice the size of the orders.
Yeah.
And these were...
We bet on the heavy.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'm going to take my turn. So when you do your turn, you're going to play into the teams, and then you're going to resolve from your leader through your team, through the location, and then it starts your opponent's turn. So it is, he's done his. I start mine. I'm going to take a card. Excellent. That's the card I want. This is my deployment marker. Wherever I'm at with this, I can't play there again, and it ends up where I played last. So basically, you have to move, continually be moving your assets around. Okay. All right. So I have 1 support from my administration because my leader gives me 0. There's no triangles, and then this gives me 1 support for it being a triangle. So this is now a face down card that I can use later on, which I like. That's a good scar. So I'm going to drop a rank 1 here because to deploy it and order, I need to have as much rank. I need to have as much support as I have rank there. So I've got 1 support from this card. It is a rank 1 right there. Boom. So it's a nice rank 1. So that is a legal play. I don't have to worry about beating up anybody across from me. And so that's a fair game, fair play scenario.
Oh, and you would play that card.
Jared's got this card mostly done. We just haven't had a chance to upload it yet. So, I've dealt with my leader. There's nothing going on with my team. Don't need to worry about this location. So it is Jared's turn.
Oh, did we decide on 1 second countdown too? Because I know it was going to be something before, but we changed that.
We've got there's some notes on it.
It was going to be with, oh come on, the red button, and then the red button became what it is now.
Very different.
Yes,
yeah. Which is fine.
We could set it in the same room and have it as a timer that sits on the side of the button.
Maybe. I've got a couple ideas. I wouldn't mind taking that one a bit more comedic.
Okay. Sorry, I thought this would be good banter for the...
You're fine. Or you can play a card.
Well, I'm trying to do both, man.
But we know that's not how this works, Jared. And we practice, though.
Oh, man. That made me feel sad.
Practice.
All right.
It's good. So what I want you to do, Jared, we're going to practice. When you play your card, I want you to say your favorite music phrase.
My favorite music phrase?
Yeah. That's how you describe musics, right? In phrases.
Why?
What?
What?
No reason.
What do you mean?
Your favorite. Give me a favorite music lyric.
Yeah, boy.
Is that your go-to?
No.
Okay. No.
My favorite music lyric right now?
Yeah. What's your go? No, you gotta do it when you play a card, though.
No, dude, I can't even think of it right now.
Play your card.
Like, there's a ton of them. Elbow.
Elbow.
Bright light, bright heat, or something like that. There's really good lyrics in there, but I can't remember the words right now.
Jared, in his wanton youth, was a DJ. As he has described it to me, he did many of the spin-ins on the ones and twos. The ones and twos.
Yes, I did a lot.
He did the scratchy scratch.
Not a lot of turntablism, but I did a lot of hip hop nights, and then I would play.
Jared, play your card.
Okay, wow. Maybe I don't like what I say.
I mean, that's true. That happens.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, man. Oh, no. I'm down with that. Okay.
You down? Perhaps you're down with the sickness? I know. All right, we're going to take an admin.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so nothing to resolve then on D's. I'm going to take my card. Aw, snap. Ooh, okay. So, normally a solid card for me. This dude does good work, except he's a primary body user. He's got that 6 there, which is nice. And I don't really need a lot of body right now.
Man, we really haven't played in a lot of games lately with strong body score advantage.
Yeah, that's because the putt-putt showed up, and that's a body one versus something like, I think the hospital's a body user.
Yeah.
Who else is? There's someone else.
You know what else
body.
hasn't come up in a while? Gate Zero.
Gate Zero hasn't shown up in a while. Gate Zero's fun. Gate Zero is scores on support. So all the big guys, they don't do anything. It's where all the little guys get a party. What will I want to do?
But you still gotta close it out.
Still gotta close it. I will do. I'll offer you resistance. I'll offer you some resistance. I'm gonna beat you on Aether because I think it's the only thing I can. So I would resolve my leader, which is going to do nothing. I'm going to resolve my team, which is going to allow me to choose an agent to collect one. I think I'm going to choose myself. Jared.
I
want me.
I would say that's a good call.
I want me. So I'm going to draw an extra card. No hand limit. So I'm just going to get as many cards as I can. Because I still play like I play Smash and Grab, and I like cards in my hand. So I've resolved my leader, I've resolved my team, I've resolved the location in this case. So it is Jared's go.
Yay.
Jared.
Yay.
Jared, why don't you give me a little ones and twos? Could you drop a sick fat beat?
That's beatboxing.
Oh, is that a different? Okay.
Yeah. So I would play sets.
Oh.
So we're talking about for...
Do you play cards?
Hours at a time.
I will get you to be able to talk and move your hand at the same time.
Shush.
I swear.
Shush.
This is, unbeknownst to Jared, this is Jared training camp time. For being the great and grand presenter.
Oh, I did not know that. Yes.
Yeah.
It makes me think of a long time ago for one of the clubs that I opened with actually now my wife and a friend of mine. Long time ago, and we did commercials on the radio stations.
Oh.
And there was a friend of mine that used to do a skit of Sean Connery and Yoda having phone sex. And I wasn't as good as Josh, the guy that not the Josh in this project, but an older
different
friend
Josh.
of mine.
Several Joshes. Josh is a common name. For all you Joshes out there, what?
But did it well enough that we used it for one of the radio commercials, and it was something like Yoda or Sean Connery was going to give people his pants if they showed up. I don't know, something like that. I wish I still had that recording. We might have it somewhere. We did a bunch of different commercials for the radio station just for, yeah.
Because you could?
Good times! Yeah. And
got
guess
Jared-
what? I still haven't played.
No, you haven't.
Yep.
No, we got the audio. Now we need that visual.
All right.
International incident. Look at the top 4 of any deck and put them back in any sequence. So, Jared, whose deck are you messing with?
I'm going to do mine.
You're going to deck it?
Yeah.
Von deck. So what you can do with these is you would go into here. You'll grab the top 4. You'll slide them over to one of these zones over here, which you can see if I turn on my zonings. Hidden. Oh, I don't care about hidden. I care about hands. So you notice he's got a hand here. That's what he draws his cards into. And then this is a hidden hand that you can use to manipulate and do stuff and mess with cards that you don't necessarily want your opponent to be able to see. If I got real smart, Jared, like wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Like wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
I'd stick a little hand here. We need a box to show it. This way you can always just grab your admin, you can tuck it back, and you could actually have your admin sitting face up, but your opponent couldn't see it. Oh, Jared!
Yes.
Jared!
Yes. Are you making your play?
Oh, are you done? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna be sorting, and then it's
Okay,
to
you're gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let Jared do his sort. We'll do a speed run here. Bad me, Jared. Oh, too bad. We should fix this part. Let me scale you down a little bit. You a little on the hefty side. Perfect. Stop it. All right. So I didn't move my turn marker last turn. Shame on me. That's the right thing to do. Fantastic. Fantabulous. Turmerastic. What do we got? We're gonna need you. We're gonna need a you. We're gonna need you. These guys are helpful. They are going to stop when the shenanigans start. This way, it's only my shenanigans that work, and not Jared's shenanigans that work. Speaking of shenanigans, let's do one of.
Oh, come on! Don't be.
These. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to play unopposed across from on top of my thunderstorm here. This is how you stack your teams. This is what we mean by building your team. This is now my top order or my active team order. So whatever card is on top. I'm playing it here because it's got that 6, so that's a good score, which I like. Gives me a little more support there so that when things start firing off, I've got some ammo already built up and ready to roll with it. Pardon me. And I get to do the transmutability. Retire 1 from my hand and replace it with orders from your deck with total rank equal or less than the retired order. Basically, I get to play Go Fish and I get and for kind of whatever I want. But I need to sacrifice something of significant enough weight. And while I really like this guy, I could use some more of my mid-ranges. So I'm going to take this, and there's that 4 right there. That's this card's rank. So I'm going to go hunting in my deck for a total rank 4 or better. And ideally, I want to try to find something with good energy, good mind scores, stuff like that. Who do I have? Ooh, hello. 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 Is it me you're looking for?
Oh my God.
No? I don't know the rest of that song. Just that phrase. That musical phrase, because that's how you talk about music, isn't it?
You must stop.
Probably. Copyright. Was that close enough to be copyright infringement?
I don't know.
I don't think it was.
No.
You know, I kind of have to. I kind of want this guy. Where'd he go? Come back here. All right, so I'm going to do a trade. So I dropped a rank 4, and I'm going to pick up a rank 4. Why would I pick up this rank 4, you say? Well, there's that 7 on there. That's helpful. I need some mind score. because I've got 2 different mine locations, so I'm going to need some extra weight there. And it's got a portal ability, which means now I can threaten to bring out dumb things from my admin whenever I want. Yay me! So that one's going to go into my hand like so. I'm going to exit out of my search there. This is going to go there. And technically I looked at my deck, so I do a shuffle, 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 shuffle. That many shuffles. That's how many you need to do.
That's a lot of shuffles.
Yep. Got to do a card wash there. And I've done my leader. Don't need to worry about him. And I've moved my turn marker. And I've done my team thing. And I'm sideways. And I've done this thing. Don't need to worry about that. And it's Jared's. Oh, that would have been a lot smarter. Oh, man, I'm not that smart, though. I actually don't have a lot of items to work with. Shame. Jared, it's your go.
Alright. So...
Jared. Draw a card. Draw a card. On that note, I did figure out the draw card mechanic for the scripting.
How to set it up.
Yeah. Yep. So we're getting some progress on the full release version of this, which is nice. Also, mental note, apparently with this much caffeine and constantly spinning my head around, I can make myself fairly dizzy.
Fantastic.
Look, drugs are cheap sometimes.
Oh my god. Let's see here. I'm going to... What am I going to do?
I don't know, Jared. So, when you start playing with a new leader, which is this person here.
Yes.
This person there. Boom. It's very much so like learning a new game.
Yes.
Because each one of them plays so very differently, and their decks run very differently, even from the pre-builds we've got here. Tricks that work in some games, tactics that work in some decks, they don't work in another deck. So it's like switching between different first-person shooters. Like, yeah, the mechanics are all the same. Run and shoot things. Great. Not the same, though.
Yes. Same it is not.
And I'm the one on drugs.
Yes.
Jared, should we make radio commercials?
We totally could. I actually think I want to say, was it Cool Edit Pro? Or I don't know. The program we used. Anyway, I've got a ton of stuff on my iPad now, but yes, we could make. Okay. Yeah.
Because
that's why when you guys are talking about the podcast and all of that, I'm just like, yeah, I can make up new voices and whatever.
Just run with it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We very well might be setting up a gaming / recording studio at my house.
Oh, that'd be cool.
For varying enterprises, but this is one of those.
No, that would be great.
Speaking of great, Jared,
is the play that I made.
Yeah.
Which is the play that I cannot make.
No, why can't you make that play?
Because that's where I played last time.
You have played there last time, Jared.
Gosh.
See this little guy right here?
Yeah, I see
He's in the way.
I see it.
He's dancing.
Man almighty.
Jared's doing his thing. So
Man.
I'm gonna play around the tabletop.
Oh, man.
So, tabletop's fun because you can just do things, and they have an RPG kit, which is great, and summon in all these tile sets.
Oh, man.
Which I'm currently trying to figure out their coding to do some of that stuff to expand upon it.
Oh, man.
Where's the giant... Here, I'm going to set the scene for us, Jared.
Oh, man.
What are you doing?
Oh, man.
Jared, what are you doing?
Trying to play.
Apparently.
With no opposable thumbs? I got them folded back.
Jared, I think that special glove of yours is cutting off circulation to your brain.
Oh, God! It's still on! Alright. Okay, so I played Crab. Yeah, I didn't even check my BAMs because he's got a 9 body, so I don't really...
So your BAM is your... Oh, nope, that's not the right button. That's the right button. So your BAM is your bod... Sorry. Your body, your mind, body, aether, and mind. So your BAM. To play into a location, you need to have as much support as you have rank. So he's got 1, 2, 3 from his leader, and another 2 from the team there. So he's got a total of 5 to work with. So 4 is a perfectly good play. And you need to be able to definitively say, I am better than you because. In this case, he can very well say, I am better than you because my guy is stronger. A 9 versus a 3. So, totally legit play. Your BAM scores generally run between 1 and 11. So a 9 score is
I'm going to collect my card.
Sufficient to do some damage. What you got, Jared?
I'm
Take a
gonna
card.
Do my collect.
Do you collect? I'm not going to interfere with that. I've chosen to abstain.
All right.
You're abstaining.
And you're abstaining. It's your turn.
And draw a card. I'm going to draw a card. I would... Ooh. But it scores like poo. So, this is a fun card. It lets me draw 2 extra cards. That adds up. But all of its scores are junk. Which kind of sucks. Do I try to continue building support, or do I try to build my hand, or do I try to build score? Jared, I'm having to make decisions.
What's up, buddy?
I'm having to make decisions. Why I'm making decisions? Why don't you talk to us about your illustrious career as a exotic graphic artist?
I didn't do exotic graphic artist.
No sexy fighter jets?
Oh well, that was for like an insurance company. That was just what they wanted the graphics to look like. No, let's talk more about this. So, as we see here, I've got Alex shook, and he doesn't know what to do.
Look, I have 4 cakes in front of me. I will eat any one of them.
Oh,
I need to decide.
Cake's wonderful.
Which cake
is it?
So
I want to ask this: Do you know you're really getting older when one of the most exciting things about your birthday is the cake?
I'm confused on which way you're going with this, because I always enjoyed the cake part of my birthday.
I know, but that's like the thing I'm looking forward to.
That you get to eat cake and no one can tell you no?
No guilt cake.
No guilt cake.
No guilt cake because it's my birthday.
Yeah, that might be a sign. Though, I mean, I do have several situations where I definitely ate Oreos and milk, but I use a wine glass.
So it was sophisticated.
So it's sophisticated, and you do the super trick of you stick a fork in the Oreo and you dip it that way so you don't get your hands messy.
Wait! Every time you fork the Oreo, Do you say you're done? Because put a fork in me.
I'm done. Okay, is that where you're heading with that? No, because then I might, but then I go for more Oreos. So obviously I'm just lying to myself.
Oh, that was a great joke, man.
That was a fucking
didn't fall on its face or nothing. It was fantastic.
All right, I gotta go for. I'm gonna have to go. I'll get her out there for now. I'll take the support.
So
can I?
The other thing that
can I actually win,
and it's
5, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna play into 9 news with that. Yep, that's how that's gonna go. Move my marker over there. Groovy, that's fine. And I'll deal with her later. I should have done? I should have used admin. Jared, why didn't I use admin?
I don't know, but I do want to say that looking at these 3 locations and their combinations, and being on a new leader and not really knowing not really clicking on what the advantage path is.
Yeah.
Necessity is always the mother of invention, because these 3 locations just I just realized a side hustle that I should be doing right now with these locations. Like, oh wait, I need to start doing. Why am I not? Oh, so dumb.
So it's that.
Start doing it next,
Yeah,
man.
it's that. You're learning a new game.
Yeah.
You really are. When you walk into a game of Earth Tau, for the most part, you're gonna have to learn some new stuff.
Yeah.
Every time. Speaking of learning, did you take a card?
No, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. I'm good.
Should
I can turn
go
on the
into-
turn thing.
Should I go
Would
into
that
what
help?
I was talking about?
Sure.
So
What's your side hustle, J.
No, I don't. Actually, I don't because
Yeah.
I want to keep that a secret.
Secret. Okay. When you spring the surprise, you shall explain your mad genius.
Yes, there we go. There we go. That'll be the thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And stuff.
And stuff.
Connect, set to close. What? It just popped up there.
What?
Oh, son of a
What?
monkeys.
What?
Badusha. Keep going. Do your thing. Do your thing.
That's what she said?
Do your thing. Oh no. Awesome.
What happened?
Oh, we lost the connect. That's okay.
That happens.
That's fine. We don't need you. We don't need you and your Microsoft microtransactioning micro.
Hey.
Oh wait,
hey.
I'm sorry. They're listening.
Hey.
Microsoft, we love you.
What?
What? You played a
All right.
card.
So what happened? Did it just die? and
Yeah,
then
I
you
saw a
got
little
back
message
up?
come up saying the connect is going to disconnect. Like it gave us for like non-use. I don't know.
Yeah, except now it's
I know
still
it's dead.
saying the session is.
Yeah, we're fine here. We're doing our thing. But if you notice, if I do this,
Oh, the camera.
yeah, the
Oh,
camera,
Man.
it is off. Can I turn it on?
No,
Yeah.
this is that dumb thing that was happening.
Last time. But don't worry, we're not using that dumb thing. We're using this dumb thing. I gotta remember if I'm gonna talk with my hands, I should do it here.
Yes, it helps a lot. All right, so I just did an admin,
Did an admin. Okay.
And that's
Prepping the mans,
prepping the stuffs with the things and the who's
things and
it's
the
and the
stuff
was
and the what's.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take my card. So, I mean, I'm 4 cards to 3 right here, so I've got a turn I can burn.
Turn and burn. I don't know.
This looks like a great time to burn that. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Right there. So I'll take our admin. Hi, thank you. That's fun. Hello. Is the 2. Okay.
Oh my god.
So I've done my admin. I've taken my card. Nothing to do here. It is your go. So both these decks are kind of build-up decks where they're going to take their time setting up their board and their state so that when they start swinging, they're swinging at max potential. Or at least that's my plan. I don't know if Jared figured out his
No, that's a new hero. That's a new character name.
max potential.
Max potential.
Max potential. Okay.
That's probably been used a million times. All right, I'm gonna draw a card.
Draw a card. Actually, you're going to draw like 70 cards by the time you're done. Ba-da-da-da, 80. Can I get an 85?
Yeah,
9.
with the locations and the leaders.
Oh, I should stop spinning my head that fast.
Okay, so
Is it a sign you're getting a hold on the idea of going on Tales World is less exciting?
no, that might just be an inner ear issue.
That could be. Is it a sign that you're getting old when you start having inner ear issues?
This is just was a what?
Oh, is it what? Are you back on the 1s and 2s?
No, you are obsessed with the ones.
I don't know why. I just like the phrase.
Do you want to turn? Do you want to spin records right now? You can throw down some. That'll be great. We can deal with the licensing issues to the music.
No one's advertising on our website. It's fine.
Oh, really?
It's just us.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, they can. Don't use our stuff. Take it down. Do.
So you've drawn a card. You've done a...
Hold on.
Holding on. Pause for effect. Slow zoom. slow, choppy zoom, but it's fine.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
You do, though.
Man.
You do want to do that, Jared. This was a bad play. This was not an amazing play here. It wasn't a bad play. It was a bad play. But...
All right, so let's say
Let's say you.
Let's say I punch you out of somewhere with a bang zoom.
Bang zoom. We're both on the moon. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I punch myself somewhere and punch you somewhere else?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can split. So what he's talking about is drum roll.
Is I'm gonna play. Oh, you were waiting for me.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, that's better. Is it better?
Is it better?
Okay, so I'm gonna play Gunpowder Punch right here.
The punch.
Kapow, paboom, wappa bapa
Bang
bam.
zoom. We're both on the moon. Portal this order and the active order of all other teams in this location to other locations of your choice. So you can split them.
So this
Thank
is
you, Guy, for a good card.
This is a team. Yes,
That's a team. That's a team. That's the other team.
That's the other team.
Right.
And the active order is the top order. So
Yep.
this card,
Has to go somewhere.
I'm going to move her here.
Ooh, okay. All right. Okay.
And I'm going to move her here.
I am perfectly... I'm about as happy with that as I could be. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
And
Right. And then your turn marker goes here, because that's where everything started.
here, no fara.
Hochow. Need better sound effects. Jared, sound effects. There you go. Perfect. On command. It's like having your own folly machine. Folly? Oh, now we got two of these. Now we got two of these. Now we got two. Do I get dumb? Jared, do I get dumb? Jared, I'm gonna do a bad thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you?
Yep. Oh.
Are you?
If I do it, I'm gonna have to protect him.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm gonna portal. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. I can do it. Okay. So I'm gonna beat you on mind. I'm a 7 versus a 5. I need 4 support to bring him in. I've got that in spades. I've got 6 technically to work with.
Okay.
This is where my turn marker goes. That's not going to change no matter what we do. And I'm going to use the portal ability with my leader ability, which says, hey, portals can now target my admin. And I'm going to bring this guy up.
And I'm going to say, no, you're not.
See, this is where I have to protect him. And I am going to go and ask myself a question of, no, you're not.
Friggin' frack.
And see if you're gonna fight? You wanna fight? You wanna fight, Jared?
No, actually I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Yep.
Alright. I'll take back this guy goes right there. That person goes right there. And he goes right here. Mr. Amazing important. He's very important for my strategery. Because he's rank 7. That means he has a champion. Ba-da-doo. So, once he's in a location, I can't play here. Jared, if he can beat me, can play across from me. That's not a problem. Now, the problem comes in with Jared is Mr. Amazing does one thing really well. He stands in the way. Like, seriously, if you've got a door, he's in it. Oh, you've got a second door? He's also in that door. He's in all of the doors. Now, that's a problem for Jared because he's going to have to deal with it. Now, it's not so much of a problem for me because I have the ability to move him around pretty well. So, he might not stay here. But I do have him out early. Like, I was able to get a double play here. So I've got him out a little earlier than Jared might be expecting. And so now I've got a little pressure on him. This is where Dr. Captain Man starts to hit his groove of being able to bring out people like this at unexpected times and in unexpected locations. So that's my turn. And stuff. And stuff. And that's a go to the Jared. The Jaredol? Isn't that a real thing?
Oh, shit it. Ah. All right.
Someday, we'll get an announcer. And then we don't have to announce our own games.
And then...
We gotta get one of the guys that does soccer, so they can just shout goal all the time.
No? It'll be a whole new... Oh, gosh.
How about something more like a professional wrestler thing, where we can have heel turns?
It could be something that we can't even fathom yet.
That would be great. Interesting note about professional wrestling commentary. Other than I completely disagree with like how they actually treat their wrestlers on like the backside of things. The story arcing and the commentary is very soap operical in methodology, but it's also really good examples of a lot of classic writing tropes.
I'm gonna draw.
Like physically, yeah, you should do that. Like physically acted out in front of you, like they're straight melodrama plays, in line with like old Greek pantheons and stuff like that. It's great. Anybody who says wrestling is fake is wrong. You need to reframe it. Wrestling is scripted. Falling hurts. What you got, Jared?
Oh, I hate your face so hard.
And that's how you know the game of Earth Tower is actually started when both players just vehemently hate each other.
Bastard. All right. Oofta.
He threw the hoofta right at your
boofta.
goofta. Rhyming is hard.
Gosh darn it, man! You really jobbled up my balabadobs. Okay, so this blocker is really just not great for me.
He's not good. He's definitely in the way. The question is, can I put other people in the way? Because I think if I can keep putting people in your way, I think I can prevent Adverb from ever throwing punches. Because honest to gods, Adverb here throws some of the hardest punches in the game. Straight up. Because there's so many cards that normally you hesitate to use because they hurt you as much as they hurt your opponent. You've got to kind of line up for them. And she doesn't. She just will straight up throw them. Just hot fire. Just hurling lava bombs.
I am listening to you.
You
sorry.
are not. It's okay. You don't have to. Commentary is not for you.
I know.
Commentary is for me.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to...
Jared is being presented with a new and unique puzzle that now he must canoodle through with tools that he may
have to do that.
Yes, apparently. All right, he's made a decision.
Yeah.
He's going for the move.
All right. So,
throw in heat.
So I've got the hoofspa to do it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, you got plenty of power. And she got the mind score.
Yeah, and I'm gonna beat you on the mind.
She got that big brain energy.
And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to...
Once again, I can't play here right now with that 7 in play. If he can beat me, it's fair game, which he can. 10 to a 9, that's a win.
So the next thing I'm gonna do is
do a little spy.
Yeah, I want to look at your hand.
You want to look at my hand, Jared? The interesting things aren't in my hand; they're in my heart.
Oh, that's great! All right, what do you do? Just lay it on the floor.
I'm just gonna lay it all out for you, Jared. Just spread it on the table.
You got another one of those? Oh, that's good to know. That's good.
All up on the table. Now here's what Jared knows right now. Jared knows I got one of those, which is fun because I kind of need those. And Jared knows I got a pair of those, which means next time we get into a little pissing competition about what's actually going to happen on the board, he knows how much horsepower I'm starting with.
Yeah.
Now, if I can draw a bunch of cards from here now, I can probably mix that up. But drawing cards isn't Dr. Captain Man's forte. He might benefit more from it. That's why this mega collection here, 2 cards makes a difference. And then these are kind of, they're fodder at this point in time. Like, they're useful, but they're not ideal in this situation. If I had a body score out here, they'd be great. They'd be on the table already. What you got, Jared?
All right, buddy. Go ahead.
Good?
Yeah, go
Good?
ahead and go.
Well, let me draw. Oh, that's a really slow way to do that. Boop. Boo-doo-doo. Okay, so gonna swing around the table. Round and round we go, and I'm going to draw a card. Well. I don't have any fodder to use with it though. I wouldn't mind getting this because it'd get me some cards, but I don't have enough. I don't have fodder to make use of it. I need some fodder. I'm good here. I'm good here. Well, yeah, I'm probably good. That'll hold for a second. This isn't too bad. He's got a 3 there, and he can throw heat there if he needs to. But I can too. Or do I do a bait? Let's do a bait. Let's bait. Do one of these. I can say I'm better than you because I am the smarter. I got the big brains.
Okay.
Versus you are the less big brains.
Okay.
I'm going to move my turn marker because I'm a good person. Boom. And I'm going to use his portal ability to snag the Amazings and put him over here.
Okay.
So yes, I've opened this location back up for something here. That's fine. That's fine. What I have done here is made it so that if Jared's going to try to get work in here, he's going to have to do some work. Like, he's got the support technically to do it. Between the 4 he's got here and the 1 there, you can get up to a 5. There are 5s that can contend with him, but they're limited. So this is a location that I have sufficiently now slowed him down with and put decent points into. So he's got some work to do there. That's going to leave me some elbow room to work over here and see if I can make some other things happen. Because I definitely need to make at least one other location real good and strong before I try to go for any lockdowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's right. Because, yeah. It is Jared's go.
All right. Ooh.
You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm
good?
great. I'm doing fantastic. All right. I'm going to make it easy. I'm just going to drop this 5.
Ooh, there's a 5. Oof. Oofta. Remember I mentioned there weren't many 5s that could contend with him? This is one of them. It also happens to be an event, which is going to score double, and it's got a great mind score. So technically at the end of the game, this is going to score... This is going to score 20 points, which is... carry the 2. That's a lot of points.
It's a stupid amount of points.
It's a pretty stupid amount of points.
Especially for a rank 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty... Oh, sorry, I shouldn't do that. Technically, you're not allowed to peek at the cards underneath. That's one of the scriptings I'm working on, so you only can do it when you're spying, because that one's kind of key. Like,
yeah.
You kind of really need to be able to do that.
It's been an honor, on
yeah, it's kind of an honor
type
system
thing.
now.
Yeah.
But, we want to make that. We do want to get that to be proper. What do you got going on over there, Juddy? Juddy?
What's going on, my friend?
Okay, so it's my turn, right? I don't like that 10. But I'm going to work around it.
No. You're not saying it right. You don't like that 20.
I don't like that 20. You're right. Thank you for correcting me, Jared. And there's nothing I can do about it, really, at this point in time.
There's no ability to halt.
For now.
For now. For shame.
For shizzle.
For rizzle. I don't know. Oh, that's the thing I got.
Did I not pick up a card? Oh, I didn't. There he is. Hey, buddy. missing some of my ammo. It's fine. You know, is this not a bad time to do this? Can I do it? I can do it. I'm going to do it, Jared.
Okay.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring out a Mega Collect there. Beat you on energy, or an Aether.
Okay.
Which is fine, because that'll put me up 1 for the play. And that's going to give me 2 cards. I feel like I could use 2 cards. See? Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. It's not a block out. That'll work. Okay. That is my turn. Right there. Go.
Oh, you covered up the... That's a 1, right? The rank 1?
Oh, yeah. There we go. Technically, you're supposed to show support and rank.
Or is it just support?
For the most part, it's support and rank is what you want to show. Is what you want to be able to show.
Okay.
We do need to clarify that.
Actually, you know, it's not supposed to be rank because that's too much of a clue. It's only supposed to be support.
Yeah, but I can't get that to happen very well on the game. So
no,
we'll work
I know,
on that.
But we're in it. We're in its infancy, and then we'll get more minds on it, and we still have those other prospects. All right.
What you got, Jared?
I'm gonna draw first. Ooh. Oh, except I'd have to figure out that.
He's got a second card here. It's just not showing very well. So he's got 3 on me there and 3 on me. And so I'm 3 on 3 here. So this is... I'm probably in trouble here. Because that 10 is a good score there. Like, I've got some solid stuff, but I don't think I've got anything great. So, like, this looks strong. It's not. It's weak. Which is fine. Because the big thing with Dr. Captain Man is you don't know necessarily where he's going to pop up and be a nuisance at. Which is keeping with his character very nicely. But that's solid. That's solid. That's not bad. But I'm 2 cards up here, so this is probably strong. This... He doesn't have too much pacing on me with this one. Because, yeah, it's a 20. But I do have a 14 here. So he's not, like, completely blowing me out of the water. And a 9 here versus whatever he's got. His probably a rank 3 there. Which can have decent score, but it's probably not amazing. So this is close. I don't necessarily know who's got an advantage. So, yeah. We're at a no, a yes, and a meh, which seems very Earth Tau. What you got, Jared? Where'd you already go?
No, I haven't. Sorry, I'm just
staring off into the void.
I'm just trying to process.
Bink, 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 bink. So we're probably at kind of a midpoint in the game.
All right.
Where we both...
Oh, you're going to stop that, though.
I'm going to try. I would like you not to.
All right. I'm going to do this.
It puts me 3 down. I've got the rank bonus on it. Do I stop you? Oh, you get back. You get...
Actually, no.
Oh, never mind.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
No.
You don't want to get... Okay, I thought that was a completely different card that you were playing, by the way.
Yeah, no. I'm going to do...
I'm going to fix your pile over here real quick. Because I don't know what is going on.
No, that was right.
I know, but it was fine. It's just...
Oh, you couldn't see the ranks?
No, something about how they were stacking was glitching out the screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like goatee and grab were meshed together.
Whoa, like they were
yeah,
breaking into their polygons?
Yeah.
Or each other's polygons?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm going to do a massive. Wait, what can I do?
At some point in time, we need to make a super called the Indecisive.
Shush!
That, and I think its ability would be, it doesn't do anything, but at some point in time you can just trade it out with another card of equal rank. I don't know what to do. That's okay.
Just throw it out there, buddy.
Just pause it.
Alright, I'm gonna do... God, I don't want to do that.
Equal rank as if it were just played. That actually could be fun because there's a lot of low rank cards that you could slide in late with him. I could think of ways to use that. Jared. Oh, I've lost. There it is.
Alright.
There it is. What you got? Oh, you just do a little addy.
Yeah.
Little addy ad.
Sorry that took so long for that.
Yeah, that's a good plan. It's a plan. And a 1 and a 2 and okay, just a 1. Boom, ba boom, bum, ba doo 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 da boom, ba boom, ba doo. Hey. Boom, ba boom, ba doo. Ba-doo-da. Ba-doo-da. 8, 5, 10. 10. No.
What's going on there, buddy?
I'm thinking, Jared. I'm thinking.
You thought you were so crafty.
I am crafty.
You're not very crafty.
Seriously, I make popsicle stick birdhouses. I'm that crafty.
Oh, that's crafty.
I know it's crafty. I'm going to.
What are you doing? A scene from Spaceballs? What a world! What a world!
Yeah, I'm gonna admin this guy. If I need him later, I can get him. There's a couple different ways to get why the getting is a good.
All
Jared,
right, what did you just do?
I just admin.
Oh, okay.
I just admin. I wouldn't mind.
All right, my turn.
Twosers. Yeah. I just want some twoses.
Oh.
Some ones and twos. 3s and 4s.
Oh.
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 Oh. Jared, are you in pain over there?
I don't want to do that.
Oh. Why?
Because...
Just remember, most bad ideas with adverbs are good ideas. Yeah. You just put the right word in front of whatever the bad idea is, and it works great. That's a writing joke. That's a deep writing joke having to do with adverbs. But carry on. Because you can put glorious in front of everything, it's fine. Then you're not just a trash heap. You're a glorious trash heap.
I already know my play. I'm just trying to process what you're saying while I'm putting all the cards together. Like, wait, what the? What?
That was some very educated trash talk. Da 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 da.
It was.
Hey!
It was so edumacated. I don't even know what you're saying. But hey, you know what's really going to be edumacational?
Edumacational? I can't even spell that word.
Oh man.
Which is not a lie. That is.
I hope.
You hope?
I hope.
You hope?
On all things.
Oh. Ooh, oh. Oh, Jared. Ooh, Jared.
Oh, so if you remember the command center,
Yeah.
you may deploy in this location from your administration as this village from your hand.
Right.
Which
1, 2,
she's been laying
4,
in there
5,
for a while.
6, and then she'd be 7, so that's a fair play.
See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
very,
yes.
very fair play. Very fair play, Jared. Very fair play. That hurt.
Yeah, you know what else is gonna hurt deep?
That's gonna hurt. I'm gonna lose a lot of point here. A lot of point. And you're okay. So, some of you at this point in time would go, why wouldn't you do one of these? The answer is, he's not big enough. I need a 7 to make that go, and it's not going to. So Jared, I think the question is, what'd she do? Okay. Not if I see you first. So Snapdragon. Retire an active order in this location in all copies, in all hands, then decks, then teams. So she's got 2 options on who she can target. She theoretically could target herself.
Mm-hmm.
Or she can target my paid vacation here.
Mm-hmm.
Jared, who are you targeting?
It's your
it's me.
paid
Oh, it's me.
vacation. Yeah,
it's me.
Yeah, you know what else is weird? You got 2 of them on the field.
I got 2 of them on the field. Do you know what else sucks?
You have a third one.
I have a third one in my hand that I was going to make use of.
And actually, I need to check to make sure I don't have one because it does cut both ways.
It does cut both ways, so he needs to check his field, clear. You check his hand, clear.
Yeah, clear. I don't have one of those in my deck. So.
And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
Active order in this location that all copies, decks in hand. There is one place on the board that she does not affect.
What?
Your admin.
So
doesn't. If I had something tucked in my admin,
yeah,
it would be safe from her.
So that's another good thing.
That's
to
interesting
bring up.
to know.
In season 1, we do not have admin removal, and so when I was talking earlier about checking to, I need to
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
No, I just need to shuffle this deck because I was looking for that card. The other thing too that we got to be aware of. Or when we were talking about earlier how the game changes depending upon your locations. So this is what I looked at. You may deploy into this location from your administration if it's from your hand. So I knew that I could tuck cards under my administration. I also know that in Season 1 we have no admin removal.
Yeah, so there's safety.
And I wanted to protect this 7.
Right.
And I could look at it anytime. I could trigger it whenever I had enough support to trigger it, so that was the safest place to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm talking about, of it changing. It may seem like a little thing, but if he was leeching and trying to target my hand,
right,
had a drop,
yeah, God forbid we get one bad drop,
and
yeah,
then knock out that card, and I've been sitting on that card because I saw him play the paid vacation, and it was a good score,
real good score.
Yeah, it was an event too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an event. It's a 14-point score in 9 News, and I was definitely going to dump 2 of them in there and tell you to pretty much kick rocks.
Yeah,
because that's a hard to come back from, especially with a yes. Yeah.
So that's where you're really trying to. That took a lot of different steps to set up that way. To trigger that way, because the other thing that I had to keep in mind is since I ducked it into my administration.
Yeah, you had to get it in the command center. So you had to wait for me to open up if you were going to hit paid vacation, you had to hit it there. Though she is big enough, she can also target Mr. Amazing.
But I have Mr. Amazing in my deck.
Oh, so you didn't want to lose your...
Yeah.
So you got to be careful because she will cut both ways.
Yeah.
So she's a very powerful card, but if you use her wrong, you can kneecap yourself.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, because then you don't have a closer either.
Yeah, but you targeting an event that portals and scores well, that's a good hit.
Especially for the locations
that
we have.
Like that one move and me not being able to counter it or even put up resistance to it, and since you did your spy earlier, you knew I didn't have a 7. I looked
at his hand, and he didn't have a halt 7 when I looked at it. So you knew
you were fairly safe.
Yes. I was very... Yeah. I had to check a lot of things because... I wanted it to trigger.
Right. So yeah, because that's the thing. That's where the defense of the game comes in is, okay, can I do it? Can I protect it?
Yeah. Am I just going to be throwing this out to fodder? Which it would still score well. It's a 10 score in a mined location.
So, well, now here's what I got to look at. I got to replan. Because this location is... I've got plenty of support. I can fight back. But I would need... Sorry, I'm cheating on that. But I'm going to need serious stuff. Because I know that's a 10, and I know she's a high mind score too. So even if these guys are junk, I'm still probably sitting against an 18, 20 plus. So I know he's 20 plus here. He just is. yeah, that's a long fight. Looking at these two, like it's doable. It's just not. It's just a long fight. So this location, barring any oddities, might be hooptied. Which now this gets interesting because I can't play here, so I need to try to get as much going on here as I can, and see if maybe I can do some board rearrangement. Good news, I specialize in board rearrangement. So let's talk about taking a card. If this is a block, if this is a halt 7, I'm going to lose. Okay, good.
So this is another situation where the game was drastically different.
Yeah.
Before that play.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was sitting good. Yeah. I was sitting pretty solid.
I would have been stressing if all of those pieces weren't falling into place for me.
Yeah, you lined them up. You did the thing, Jared.
I've been sitting on that for at least 5 turns. Yeah. Dang it, I shouldn't see that. I'm sorry.
It's not the right time for her. So I'm going to throw. Ooh. Roll your boat. Okay, big enough to play across from her.
Oh, nice.
But 7's a solid score. It is. But once again, boy, I don't know if I'm ready to fight that fight. Versus maybe...
Oh, and you're not getting any support in there.
You're right, which is fine. I don't need it there. I've
got
you 6, 7.
You are padding those numbers, man.
Yeah. So, okay, here's the debate that I get into right now. This is where you got to start really making decisions, and they are gonna matter. Like, this is the type of thing that you look back at like the game footage in your mind, in your mental game footage, and you go, oh yeah, that was probably a bad idea. And I know they're both bad ideas. Like, he's probably the best card for me to play right now. Yeah, definitely probably the best card for me to play right now. The question is, where does he go? So if I play here, I'm overcommitted here now. Because winning by 1 or winning by 40, it's still a win. But if you win by 40, that means that's 39 points that you've played there that you didn't have to. So yeah, I can move stuff, but I don't know how much time I'm going to get. Considering he's already locked out here. If I lock him here with a big enough card, he's got 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he's got the support. I'm not worried about locking him too much here. He very well might be able to play here if he's got the right stuff. Once again, he's got 5s to work with, so it's not awful. Though he knows he's already got a win there, so he can try not to. He can try to manipulate around playing there and wasting energy there. Let's see here. So, for the sake of not overcommitting, and since you can't play across from me, it's entirely possible I can catch up. I just need to do a lot of catch up there, but that's not a bad spot, and I might be able to move him later on. All right, Jared, hit it.
All right.
So let's see. What can we do? Now you need to start looking at your toolbox. So here's what I've got. This is probably not an amazing thing to work with. This has got good score, so that's going to go towards the top there. This, once again, it's great. I can slide it in. It's big enough to slide in, which is great, but not great scores for the situation, so he's down. These guys are always useful. This is one of those. Hello, Connect. This is one of these. This is a great utility card if I'm presented the opportunity, but outside of the utility, it's not amazing.
Do you want to look at what I just played?
What you got? Oh, hello. Interesting. Okay. So, kaboom. Or 1 second countdown. Kaboom. Retire your choice of orders from this team. all other agents retire the same number of orders from this location. Then lobby this order. So Jared's going to choose how many of his cards he's going to get rid of.
2.
And then I'm going to choose how many of my cards I'm going to get rid of. And I do get to choose. So I get to get rid of 2 of these guys, and I get to decide who stays. That's a 6. That's a 6. Okay, so this guy's going to go, because he's also a gadget, so I can actually get him back. So that's great. He's a definite out. And I'm going to decide which one of these to keep. 4,
and then
6, 1, 4, 6,
Kaboom,
1.
or 1 second gets lobbied, but this goes
That's
back
going to go back to your
hand.
hand.
Yeah.
And that's something I'll need to pay attention to. 4, 6, 1, 3, 6, 2. I'm going to keep Thunderstorm. It's a better blocker. It's harder to play across from because anything that has got a 1 on it, it's so easy to play across from it. I'm not limiting his actions. So I'll take that. I'll take that hit. And yeah, I could have tried to stop it, but I know there's more shenanigans coming down the pipeline, and I want to be prepared. Okay, that's fine. So I've kept my 2 support there. So I've still actually got 4 support here. So I've got plenty of horsepower to work with if he tries to come back at me there. Right now, technically, he's given me this location. If I could end the game right now, I would... Well, I'd have 1. Because my other 2 are... I need time on those. So now you're at the situation where you're trying to get enough. You need to get time. I need to slow Jared down. Now, he's not got a ton of support there, and he's not got a lot of support there. So, I very well could be dealing with a situation that next turn he can't play. So I actually don't want to play something very big here if I can avoid it. How many cards you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus when you draw? Or... what would I ditch? I've got a 4. I can ditch a 4. So I'm going to ditch Schrodinger's cat. It's a good score. 7's a good place there. So she's solid there and it's going to add a little padding. Mostly I want the transmutability for her. So I'm going to get rid of Grab here. Because once again, I love him. He's great. I could use the cards. But he doesn't score well enough, and I need that long game, especially right now with how far behind. I don't have the elbow room, I think, to get clever. I need to keep it clean. So I'm going to go searching for a total of 4 in what I got. Oh, that's good to know that was coming. That's a 1. That's great.
How's it going there, buddy?
It's not bad. I'm all right. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I could grab... Actually, that's great. I like that. And do I have a 3 that I like? Do I have a 3 that I like? I don't. Alright, I'll grab you, and I'll grab you. Alright, so here's what I'm grabbing. Flip. I've got a pair of 1s, so I've got another collect if I can use it. Not really great, not really something I'm interested in. There's a different tactic going on here. This is a great card because it's got a distraction. If I need to slide a card in late, I can use it as a +1 as a little bit of cannon fodder. So that's actually going to be really helpful in the next couple turns, I think. And I've grabbed a decent weight rank 2 in case I want to slide something in. But here's the real long game. I don't have many cards left in my deck. I've only got 16, and I'm at the point where there are certain cards I really kind of want to get. I would have just done a transmute form, but I didn't have enough weight in my hand to just go grab them. So what I've done is now I've pulled enough cards out of my deck to try to increase the odds of me drawing the right cards.
Yes.
With only 40 card decks, if 3 cards makes a difference. Like, you're significantly starting to stack those odds up, especially as things get down. And now I've got a little padding in my hand in case I need to do something dumb. It would be really fun right now.
What?
Soul investments. Just burning cards. And that's my turn.
And and that's game.
I was worried about that. I was real worried about that. So, here's what's happened.
Here's what I'll do, because this is something that when you play, you need to be able to verify it.
Yes. So you do technically need to show your hand.
So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take my hand, and then we can go through it, and that'll help explain
Right.
Why I can't play right now.
So, Jared's stating that he is unable to play due to the situation on his hand, therefore triggering endgame. So, we know he can't play here, because that has a rank 7 there. He can't. That's his champion. Once he's there, you can't do anything with it.
Yeah,
he's got his deployment marker here.
It's part of the strategy of the game to
Yeah.
use your champions to cap locations so you can trigger endgame.
Right. His turn marker is here, so he can't play on top of his turn marker. That's just a standard rule. And the problem so what his real argument here is he doesn't have anything in his hand that's big enough to beat Mr. Amazing here,
Except for the exact same card.
and
that
has to have and within a rank that he can play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all he's actually got to work with. So anything, so we could go through this and say, all right, anything rank 5 or bigger, we can just eliminate outright. So you can't even play that if you wanted. You can't play that if you wanted. You don't have enough support. So of these cards, is there anything that could beat an 11-9-9? If there is, he has to play it. If he could play a card by doing something wacky, that's an elective. If it's a straight, clean play, he has to use it. If it's anything beyond a straight, clean play, he can choose to.
Like I could portal. I could even elect to admin.
Yep. And buy time.
But I'm thinking about one thing. This is a 20 scoring card.
Versus a 9.
Yeah.
So he's got one location. This location, while I put a little bit of extra chutzpah in it,
all of these cards that I played in here scored well on mine.
Well, she's not bad. Goatee's not bad.
Yeah.
It's Aether that she just eats it on. You have a legal play.
I do?
You do, Jared. That is a legal play.
How is that a legal play?
Because the ability is not an elective. That's a have to.
So how would I know it's enough?
What's the ability here? So here's my argument on why it is legal play. You have 3 support, correct?
In here, yeah, I can play that.
Yeah. So across from Mr. Amazing, not General Panic. I'm sorry. That is not a legal play.
Yeah.
I thought that was a different card.
Yeah, you thought
we need pictures on these guys.
I know.
I'm
working on it.
I thought that was a card called Inferiority Complex,
which is a villain.
Yeah, it is a villain too. Yeah. So I'm sorry, that is not a legal play.
No, I was wondering. I was like, what acceptable?
Are you high?
Well, okay. So here's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Acceptable losses. Deploy your top deck order face down under this order as a power. No, because a power up doesn't
add to the BAMs. It just adds to the score.
Yeah, it doesn't add to the
5-5-3, not a chance. This one's close. A 7, a 6, and a 4, but nope, not enough chutzpah.
Well, it's 11.
It's the 11-9-9. So the 11's already out.
Yeah.
Like, it just is. So all he's got is his little stuff in his board. So he officially cannot play.
And even if I had 7 rank,
you can't play him.
I can't play this because it's the same exact card. It can't beat him. It's their match.
Right.
So it's kind of the first one in there gets it.
Yeah, for this, if you're dealing tied to tied.
Yeah, for that location. I can't. The only way I could play Mr. Amazing across from Mr. Amazing is with a distraction.
Yep.
Which is when that card can become really powerful, and that's why I had to wait until I drew, because I needed to see if I got a distraction or if I got a different leader with different BAM scores.
BAMs, yeah. Was it a play? But as of right now, yep, I would say you cannot play.
Or if I got another candy cannon.
That would do it. And that would just be, well, you're just coffin nailing, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So, we know that you've got this. Technically, you've got a score of 24?
28.
28? Oh, because they're both events. Yep. So that 4 turns to an 8, and that 10 turns to a 20. So that's 28. So that was an uphill battle for me. Before you killed me, I was 14-9. So that would have been a 23.
Oh, 1 point difference.
Yeah. No, but carry on. 28 to 23. It's 1 card difference.
Oh, that's because it's double force.
Yeah, double force. But if I had gotten my other paid vacation over there,
that
would have done it.
Which is what your plan
That was my plan.
Yeah.
That was my plan, at which point in time I probably would have had that pretty solid. I've got this because I'm unopposed. So he burned this to get his deployment marker in there and do some damage.
Yeah, I knew I had this. I only had 1 7 in my hand.
Yeah.
Who knows when I was going to get the other 7?
Right.
And it could just as easily get knocked out, and then I'm sunk. And
Yeah.
I knew I had it now. So
yeah. And that's where the game gets to it. Can you close it when the momentum's on your side? Right now, Jared did pretty effectively because I've got 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. I think you've got that in just those 2 cards because that's a 10, that's a 20, that's a 25, and that's a 30. Nice even score. I like even numbers. So yeah, that's 30 points there. Once again, it's not insurmountable, but I would have needed time. I would have needed to do something to really shake locations. Or, what I was hoping, you know how it goes, Jared. The curse card.
Oh, yeah. Out of admin.
Here's why this card exists in this deck. It's, most of the time when you're portaling stuff, the abilities don't kick in. There are some exceptions, particularly ongoing abilities or end of game abilities, basically.
Yeah.
So this ability, this order scores as 50. Lobby this order if you have any hand at the end of the turn or if this order is retired. Basically, if you can play it, you get 50 points. Cool. I can portal it out of admin. I can portal it out of admin to wherever I can play. It's a rank 7, so it's a champion. Have a nice day. Yeah, you can play across from it all day long, but you've got a lot of time you're going to have to make up for it. I just would have to get down to not having a hand. But, depending on who you're playing against, that happens.
Well, and typically I'm a long game player.
Right.
Even with decks that aren't supposed to be long game.
Right.
So, and the other thing too, and why it's really nice that we're recording a variety of different games, is this is a perfect example where I knew I was going to, I set up to lose this middle location.
Yeah, you knew it was a gone. You knew it was a goner.
I was like, I am willing to sacrifice because I would rather win the game than try and do a sweep of all locations.
Right.
And the other thing too is I felt like the way that the game was playing and my familiarity with Adverb, and then knowing what Dr. Captain Man can do when he's loaded right, like that beer stein. I'm sure the other card under there could have been another 7, or could have been a Dr. Captain Man rank 6. I mean, you can stack that to where it just gets real nasty real quick. So for me, it was I knew enough about that deck that the longer that I played, the worse off I was. And also when I got this candy cannon.
The candy cannon was a good set.
The event.
That was a good set.
With the 10.
Yeah.
And I would still be able to play it. Like, I don't even know if I have any others in my hands. But there was a lot of different things. Basically what I'm trying to say is there was a lot of different things that happened after the game started.
Yeah, you had a couple opportunities that you recognized.
Yeah.
And you were able to jump on.
There was no plan for this at the beginning of the game. And then when I talked about how looking at the locations and it changed the board state, that's what...
Was that your side hustle?
That was my side hustle.
Trying to slide the 7.
Well, remember how many times I've had problems with losing my 7s?
Yeah. I'll target them if I can.
Yeah, and it's a very real part of the game. And so I wanted to bury it, and there was a little, like I said, there was a little side hustle that I could pull, and I could set that trap.
Yeah.
And if everything triggered, if I just slowly built to it, because then I was like, well, do I want to burn an eighth support?
Yeah.
Which that could have been a trigger for Alex, but the problem is the other location I still only had 5.
Right.
So there was a lot of cover for me to try and pull this shenanigan.
Yeah, you had the elbow room for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so
and you knowing that I didn't
have a rank
I was
7.
likely not to have a block a halt 7
Yeah.
or another rank 7 in my hand, like that was good and timed information. You had a lot of things. You had things line up, but the thing is, luck plays into the game. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But it's not as much as you think. It's more about seeing the opportunities that come up. What opportunities gave you options?
It's
because like if I hadn't moved my Mr. Amazing, yeah, you'd still take him.
Yeah.
But you're losing. It's a lot more of a risk.
I was worried about it. Well, no, I think I had Cannon in my hand at that time.
Yeah.
But I was just planning on playing. No, I was still planning on playing Cannon in that. But when you put him across, it's like, oh, it's still a legal play.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic, awesome.
And the other point too is that it also when I played the Kaboom, the 1 second countdown, and he didn't halt it.
Yeah.
I assumed, it informed me that more than likely he didn't get a third halt.
Right, because I don't have the room to play. Because if you've got 2 in your hand, you can stop.
Well, that was a rank
most
1.
things.
Yeah, that was a rank 1, and I knew you had a what was it, a 5 and a 6.
Yeah.
So
I had horsepower to stop it, but
but
you were also you weren't a card ahead of me. If you're a card ahead of me on a Kaboom, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to stop it. If I'm a card ahead of you, all right.
Yeah.
I'll take that hit.
But it did also, I mean, because if you had 3 halts in your hand,
I might have been more encouraged to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not an inaccurate assumption.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I knew exactly what was going on. It's saying no, this is
you're playing the odds.
Yeah, the probability suggests that he probably still only has those 2 halts. And that is why he didn't block that. Among the myriad of other things.
Well, also, like when I went fishing, I didn't go fishing for another halt.
Yeah.
I went fishing for a bunch of cards.
Yeah, which I'm assuming you didn't go fishing for a halt because you couldn't drop a 6?
Yeah, I couldn't drop... so there are 6s in my portals that I wanted to get, but I didn't have a 6 to exchange. There's a 5 that I wouldn't... that. If it were earlier in the game, or if I were set up a little differently,
well, if we had
Ritual.
the location that doubled the numerical value of every ability played,
the
tank,
cloning tank,
then he could have put in a 3 and a 4, and fished for a 7. There was a game before we played where that exact thing happened, and so this is what we're talking about, where you have all these different board states and you have all these outlying strategies, but they don't come into play every game.
Yeah, it's not rinse and repeat. It's always going to be mixing. It's always going to be matching. It's always going to be assessing what's going on. What opportunities do I have with me? What cards do I have? What cards did I have come up? Now on that note, so Dr. Captan played pretty well here. Like, I was able to make some moves.
I want to make sure that our stream is still. Are we getting
we're good.
Movement?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm giving it the wiggles.
Okay. Because is the camera still kaput?
Yeah, I'm assuming. I don't care. So I had decent stuff because I was able to move stuff in and out and work with that fairly well. I do think I need to get some consistent acceleration into him. Because him being able to jump out and surprise people is good.
Yeah.
But I need a little better hand option, I think, for him.
Why would you have so many Babbitts in a Dr. Captan, man?
Because generally, at least when I first built him,
you were dumping your hand.
You dump a lot of your hand in there, so you didn't need... If I'm at 3 cards in my hand, I don't necessarily care so much. A 5-card limit in my hand, I don't necessarily care. It's not really hurting me because I'd have 4 in administration.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of decks that I play across from with him that have huge hand advantages. Like they're rigged for that sort of thing to really be able to accelerate through that. So having an option to make you eliminate, like, if you would have thrown a lampshade and cleared the board, Okay, great. And then I can
Which
slide a Babbitt in, which is why I very specifically wanted 2 support in my administration.
You were waiting for me.
So that if he lampshades or if he tries to ritual a heavy location that he's behind on, to balance it out, because that works. Great, fantastic, and now I'm going to make you get rid of most of your hand. So roll them dice.
And that's another thing of the game is that I had all of those options there, and I could have definitely done that, and it was going to be a very real possibility until the Candy Cannon thing dropped, until I realized the thing about Snapdragoon and
different locations.
Yeah,
I probably would have seen those cards come up.
Oh yeah,
in different locations.
Yeah.
So that's
why
why
I wouldn't have been able to do things the way that I did.
Right, you would have had to go different. So Babbitt is there, though I might drop her to 1 and put in another solid collect. And also, like, a lot of my collects in this are rigged on grab. And mind you, he's a great card, but for the teams out here, he was a little dicey.
Well, but this is where we get into our meta too. But here's the other thing that I would say is I piloted Dr. Captain Man.
Yeah.
Before all the changes, and we definitely need to play again. I think a better game that would probably have more legs is if we did an Archfiend versus Dr. Captain Man.
Maybe? I don't know. The point is, one or another, I think the deck that he's running here, I want to do some reassessment on him before I release it.
Yeah, but remember, I chopped this one quick.
Here's the thing: if you're chopping faster than Dr. Captain Man, that can drop 7s on with rank 4s.
True. That's true too. Then yes, there is a problem.
There's questions that need to be asked.
Yeah.
So like I said, I don't think I've got this deck tuned up to where I need it to be.
Yeah.
It's also the fact I built this deck almost 6 months ago.
Yeah.
How many games have we seen in 6 months?
This year can suck eggs.
Well, that too.
This year, okay. What kind of weird temporal flux are we in?
Yeah.
That this, at the same time, from my perspective, feels like the longest year, and also it's September already.
Yeah, there's that.
Like what?
So, like I said, part of what I think I've got with this deck is the meta has changed. When we didn't know how to actually close or when to close or how to get that momentum shift, and you basically had a little bit longer to work with Dr. Captain Man, he was great because he could hit his legs right at the right time and catch you on that first momentum swing. He'd basically just walk you into a sucker punch. But now we all know better about how to close, how to identify good opportunities like this.
Well, how much power is in the close?
Yeah, I think that he's not rigged for where we're currently at with the evolutions. I've got
the
other decks, because they've all had tweaks and turns and things like that have streamlined them a little bit or made them work a little better, a little smoother. And Dr. Capman hasn't seen much of that yet, which is why I wanted to play with him again to see is he really out? Is he just a little off tune, or is there something fundamentally that we need to look at and assess again with his leader? Because he is one of the last leaders that we've put in, and so he's the one that we've had the least number of games with, and he's also one of the leaders that's had the most changes to him.
Oh yeah, well he was
because when he first came out, he was
fun. It was fun for the person playing.
Right, he was swinging. I mean, you were doing.
This is dumb.
We were getting.
Oh, here's 2 7s in 2 different locations in one play. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much.
Turn 3. Here's a pair of 7s. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
What the? Holy. And so that's where we need to. Like
broken.
I'm getting some data with him. I want to do a couple more games with him, do some deck tweaks, see if it's a deck issue, or see if maybe we might need to bring him back up to a rank 1 to 1 support.
Maybe because the other thing was done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be the thing.
And that might do it. Because then he can come out a little quicker. He won't be a turn down.
So what was he? Was he a 2?
At first he started with a 2 and could portal everything.
Yeah. And now it's non-champions.
Can't portal. The portal has to start on the board. That's it. He can portal champions. He's gotta get a card in play. So I need to get one of these rank 4s, in play.
And then you could fish into the admin.
And then fish into the admin.
Now.
Yeah.
So
versus previously, you could dump this rank 4 into the admin and then go, and this guy comes out.
So you could still do the 2-card kick with.
You can't do it as much with his actual card.
Why?
Because it's going to affect a team. And it's whatever he's at. 2 cards have to leave. So you could take 2 cards from play and ditch them into admin.
Well, doesn't Dr. Captain Man's card have a portal?
It does, but it's a very specific one.
You can't portal that into admin? You can?
No, you can't. You're correct in your original setup.
Why are we doing that?
Well, because it was a double play. You could double 7. So it might be that we need to have him that he can't move champs like that and let him do everything else. But even that gets dicey. I think what I need to do is I need him. Like I said, I won't play with him, but I think he needs to go up a rank. Because right now he starts a turn behind, and then he starts on 1.
You mean Dr. Captain Man needs to go to a 7?
No. His leader needs to get a support.
So, man. Well, no. Does his order need to be a rank 7? So here's the thought process.
Okay.
You play it.
Yep.
It's a 7. It's the old ability. So you're going to dump a 7.
Yep.
Into your admin that you, I guess, could fish out if you're playing Dr. Captain Man's leader.
Right.
And it could technically kick out 2 7s.
Are you thinking about having a rank 7 that's ability only activates in admin? Because that's really interesting. I'm going to write that down for the future, one way or another.
No, that's a good one. But I'm talking about a rank 7 Dr. Captain Man replacing our rank 6.
Right. So, you'd have to up the ability, though.
No. Think about the context of the card. So he could be a rank 7.
I could use him if I were going to give him a rank 7 ability. I would say that he would need to move a team.
Well,
like not just 2 people leave, everyone leaves.
Well, no.
So he'd be an instant. He would ditch where he's at. Like anybody where he's at would leave, and go somewhere else, which is great because you'd move a whole team.
Yeah, but you would lose.
You would lose a location and gain 2.
Oh.
How many do you need to win?
Ooh.
So, it's not a bad version of Dr. Capman, and we know that we're going to have different versions of these cards.
That's true. We don't know. I was just trying to think of a way to keep that old, because it was a fun thing.
It was fun.
But it needed to cost more to do it.
Right. Somehow we need to play with the cost.
Yeah.
Or currently give him a way to be able to ditch cards into his admin faster.
Do you have a Dr. Captain Man order?
Yeah, I do. I got him here.
And then what time are we at?
We're 2 hours. We're right
I mean physical time.
2 hours.
Bottom
10.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you. Search. Because he was one that I was hoping to pull. Yeah, there's 2 of them right there. Oh, there's my C. Yeah. Once again, I'm a turn. I need 1 more turn.
So crap. That's the other thing. Like when you think you have it, and
you gotta jump.
Yeah. If you can close it now, and you think you have it, close it now.
So
sack a location, sacrifice a location to close. Do whatever you can.
Confident on one, pretty good on another. Call that a day.
Yeah.
Wrap that up.
That's as good odds as you're gonna get in any situation.
Yeah.
And
that's a different mentality than what we had when we originally started playing.
Oh yeah.
That's just us learning. This is different.
This is a very Magic, and again, this is not a harp. This is just getting specific about the mindset on playing different games. Magic, you could min-max incredibly. That's the whole thing is making such a powerful deck that it's virtually unbeatable. That was the big drive for me when I wanted to do a bunch of tricks, and I wanted to be able to pull out those tricks without anybody stopping me.
Right.
All right.
Look, you're not even clever. You're just automated.
Yeah. Well, it's clever. The
build is clever.
Yeah. If you really like building decks, then you will love that part. But I liked doing that, and I liked playing, and the playing was losing it. I wanted to play with my deck, but also play that character or
Right.
play that other person,
Right.
and have more like poker or
what's
or
he doing?
chess.
Where's he going? How's
Yeah,
he feeling?
yeah, really getting into the the jukes, the fake outs, and the whole tactical strategery type of play.
I mean, I will admit, I did not see you pulling a 7 from admin.
Because you would normally think to
You
do
just
that.
can't normally. It's not a normal option.
Unless you played with Dr. Captan.
I mean, mind you, as I say, I was literally packing a 7 in my admin for a similar purpose.
Yeah, but you have
But
Dr. Captan.
That's my thing. And normally, like I said, I don't have to worry about you messing with your admin, except there's the location up that lets you mess with your admin.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we had 2 actually.
Yeah.
Because this one you may deploy into this location from your administration if it's from your hand.
Right.
And then this one is this is one of the changes.
Yeah.
Gadgets may be deployed. From your retirement.
pilot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I shoved a gadget in my admin. That didn't do very well for me.
No, if I had a gadget down here, I was conveniently enough packing to bring back out. I was like, all right, cool, you killed him from the scrapyard. I'll just play him again if you give me enough time.
Yeah, I put this dude in the wrong place. Ooh, and he was a good score, too.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Oh, yeah, that's a goodie. He's a good one.
Yeah, but I should have dumped it in. Because I thought I was just going to pull it to stack in here. And again, this is a plan. This was like turn 2.
So you want to see an interesting play that you can do?
But I didn't even end up using it because I read it wrong and all the other stuff happened.
Where's she at? Here she is. This is someone I might try to get more in. She's great. So this is her. This is this guy's inventor. So their cards actually go together. But she's got an interesting portal ability where normally on a portal you're only going to take a card from one location and move it to another location. Have a nice day. With her, she's going to flip flop and she's going to take a card from one, move it to the other, and then another card from there to there. Right? So she's going to portal. She's going to move 2 cards. They're just going to switch positions. They're going to switch teams.
Okay.
Cool. Normally, very cool stuff. You've actually used it in a previous game to do a really, really fancy trick, which was great. Dr. Captan, she can get extra tricky. Because I could play her into a location like this and say, oh, this is an ability I want to reuse. Maybe it's a gumdrop cannon or something like that. I could ditch her into admin and pull a second card back out of admin to replace her.
And then because
I'm Dr. Captan, I have another card. I can then move this card. So I've managed to pull a card out without losing an admin. And that's where Dr. Captan's balance is funny, where you need to put stuff into admin to use him, but you need to pull stuff out of admin to maximize him.
Assistance.
So he's got this funny balance that we need to figure out a way to basically accelerate him or his deck just a touch quicker, at least, without taking him across the red line. Because we know what the red line looks like. He will throw fire.
Did we do any testing after we edited
his ability? Yes, right now.
No, but okay, so we did.
We've
both.
done. Yeah,
we removed both support, or we removed one support because I thought at one point
started with 2,
then went to 1,
and then we dropped him to 0, and he was still throwing. Then we edited his ability so that you still at least had to legally play a card to use it. So we've pretty much cranked him all the way to the bottom now, and I do think, like, as I'm testing with him,
was that old ability just too powerful, and that
when it was all the way up here, yeah.
Do you think he needs to go to 1 support or 2?
I think. So, strange enough, I might not mind him at 2 if the card still has to be legal to play. Because you're still limited. Like, portals don't show up till 3s or 4s. And so, yeah, you'll be able to pull him, but you won't be, like... You're not instantly throwing.
I would say we should ratchet to 1.
Yep.
Because
Then,
that 2, and then admin turn 1, and now you've got a 3 with the portal. And depending on what you admin in turn 1, you could technically turn 2.
You could still be turn 2. You could be throwing some... You could throw some stuff out.
You can't throw
or
a
turn
champion.
3. Turn 3,
No,
you'd be
turn
bringing stuff
2.
out. Because, okay, so turn 1 I'd play into a location if I could. That would give me 2 support.
No, turn 1 you'd admin.
You think?
No, what I'm saying for this
Right.
scenario. All
Yeah,
right?
okay,
If
give
he's
me-
at 2.
If he's at 2. Oh, yeah, if he's at 2.
If
Gotcha.
he's at 2. Turn 1 you admin. So now
Now
you
he's at
have
3.
global 3.
Right.
And your portals start at 3.
There's a couple in there. 3s and 4s are your mains.
Okay.
But yeah.
But you're playing on odds. This
Right.
is to see
And
if
you
this will
built it.
trigger.
Right.
And so you dumped a 6.
Right. Into your admin.
Right.
Right.
And then you, on turn 2, you play a 3 with the portal.
Yeah.
And you pull out that 6.
Right. Technically, you can do it with 7. He can do 7s in his current rig.
Okay.
So yes, you could pull in that with a 2. You could pull a 7 turn 2.
7s are a mixed bag.
They are a mixed bag,
Because they don't...
especially if you don't get the ability doing it that way.
Well, the other thing, too, is you can't... it's done. You can't play, but your opponent can play all day.
Right.
As long as they can beat that score.
Right.
So, yes,
So you do it. So the threat that I would give you is I would ditch Doctor. If I could, I'd ditch Mr. Amazing because I don't care about the ability.
Oh, dude.
And then turn 2, I'm bringing him out.
Dude, you could cap one lane with a 7
Yes.
to where you're always limiting the other player with an option all the time.
Yeah.
Okay?
To force.
until they get later, like they can't play in that lane.
Right.
And then you're just using, like, you could do that turn 2 7 pop.
Yep.
And then the rest of the game, you're just portaling that 7 around.
That's pretty much was my plan here.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, I don't like that as a turn 2 option because it doesn't give your opponent time to build any support in a location, which means they have to admin around, which is time killing.
So
now,
if
it's a
you
turn
do 1, then it's turn 3.
right,
Is that too fast?
turn 3, and I'm technically a card back. So my opponent's has had 3 chances to actually play in. That gives them minimum universal support of 3 in all locations, or focused support of
Jesus, dude. There's a
4.
There's a rank 2.
Yeah. With a portal?
Yeah, gunpowder punch.
Yeah, but that's a different portal. That's not going to work that doesn't work for Dr. Captan. Read how it works.
You can't because of the
What it does.
other teams, locations, other locations.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't work like a normal portal.
Yeah, but you could.
You could burn it. You'd burn half her ability to do it.
No, but if you portaled this order, if you portaled this order into
Admin. Well, no, you'd have to put it out, and you'd have
Yeah.
to target your own admin. But that doesn't work. Read it.
portal this order in the active orders of all other teams
In this location.
to other locations of your choice.
So you could play her, gunpowder punch your opponent across the table, and then punch her back into her own admin. That's fair game.
Could you punch all of your opponent's cards into their admin? Even if you didn't have Dr. Captan Man?
Definitely not without Dr. Captan, because your admin is not a team in most cases. Your portal abilities may target your admin like a team. So she could not, even with Dr. Captan Man, punch someone into their own administration, though that's funny. But she can punch her, with Dr. Captan Man as a leader, she can punch herself into administration, which is a really interesting play for Dr. Captan Man.
Couldn't she punch her and a bunch of other cards and immediately stack as admin?
1-1. She's moving only top card.
Oh, that's right. Active order. Okay.
But I do like the idea of turn 2, play a card, punch one of your cards into a bad location, and then still get my admin play. on Dr. Captain Man. Like that works. There's use for that.
Oh, because you would punch her and then put her in her admin.
I'd get her ability, and I would still get admin.
But I mean, you because you're taking her, you'd punch and then you'd take her and put her in the admin.
Use her
But
own.
you'd still get the ability, and then it would trigger again if you played it out of the admin, right?
Only if it were if there were command center out. If there was command center out, I theoretically could cycle her infinitely.
See, so now Dr. Captain
But I'm
Man,
losing turns every time I do it.
I know, but now Dr. Captain Man is not so.
Yeah, there's just what do you need to do with him, and that's where I need to figure out: is it deck,
Well, then
or is it?
we need to do more games
Right.
where you play Dr.
Yeah,
Captain.
I do a little. I'll do some rebuild on his deck. See what I like.
I don't know if I would. Well, you
I
see
want a little.
tweaks.
Little tweaks, not like an
Because
overhaul.
I thought you were pretty happy with it how it was.
It was. No, I'm alright with him. I see ways that I'd like to streamline him a little bit, where there's certain cards I might ditch or switch out.
Yeah.
Like one or two.
Yeah.
But with a 40 card deck, and with how these decks adjust, they're very finicky in some ways to not necessarily get them to work consistently. Because many ways I can shuffle random cards together and actually get the deck to work. That's not a question. Well, you know what we should do?
That's funny because you say that, and I was waiting to say this game is infinitely, for me, more difficult to build a deck than in Magic.
Work is different than work well.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. Though one of the games that we should play, we should do a legacy game. I'll set up the decks for it, where it's one of every card.
No, we're not there yet.
You don't like it?
No, it's just it's
a big deck.
It's a long game, and I'm still in this weird place, like where I know I can't feel this way anymore, but I want to play this game, but I don't want to play this game so that I could play this game like hardcore when all of the art and everything's done. But that's never going to be a reality for me. So
you're always going to be looking at unfinished art. You know that, Jared. You are cursed.
It's not even that. It's just there's always going to be like, oh, wait until these cards come out.
Yeah, because you are always going to see cards that no one else is.
Yeah, there will always be like oh man, I can do and I'll because there are times when I try and do something with a card that we have on our long list of future cards that we haven't made yet.
Mm-hmm.
But their abilities are so like, oh, this would be perfect. Oh wait, that
card literally doesn't exist yet.
Yes.
It's not even a blink in the eye yet.
No, it's
but
a
it
blink
will
in
be.
the eye. It's we've written it down.
As we're in the chatty portion here.
Yeah.
We need a screensaver is what we need.
Well, I think what we should do, let's go ahead and cut it. This is good. I do want us to try and do some shorter
Yeah, these are two.
videos. No, I mean 20.
Yeah, we can do
30.
20s.
And so maybe, I'm always striving to finish more artwork. Maybe we do a broadcast sometime in the next week where we just do 30 minutes on art.
Yep.
And then we do a game or
yeah, we'll do a different one with a game. We'll break them up.
Maybe next week might be fun to do
Try a 3-way?
Skirmish or 3-way. Yeah, if Josh is down. Either way, if we 3-way skirmish would be awesome, or a 3-run skirmish where we're playing best 2 out of 3s and we're swapping locations between.
Yeah,
because I think that shows
I
drastic.
think that's the way to play skirmish, honestly.
Oh yeah,
because you'll do 3 games pretty quick because you'll get into the groove through that second game.
Oh yeah, you'll have. There's only 20 cards.
Yeah.
You're gonna know your deck real well after that first game.
Real quick.
Yeah.
And you'll know your opponent's deck fairly quickly too. So then
Yeah.
you can really start getting head gamey.
Yeah.
I honestly think a best of 3 or even a best of 4, best of 3 game.
Best of 3.
Yeah, it'd be 3 or 5.
I
Yeah.
don't know why you
Are
want
you?
to do even. You just shoot yourself in the foot.
The math is hard. But yeah, best of 3 or best of 5 skirmish is that's my favorite way to play skirmish.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, it's like a fencing duel. Like, the first round, all we're doing is feeling each other out. Like, one of us is going to win. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
But game 2, all right, I know what he wants. I know what he likes. I see how he works. Let's play.
Yeah, except now we have to hang from the rafters and only our...
Yeah, because
because
also we have a whole new...
anything.
Yeah. It's also a whole new location, so what he wanted then is not necessarily what he wants now, and what I wanted isn't what I wanted then, and now he knows that I know that he knows that I know that you know what we're doing that was different than what it was.
Well,
so,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, but I was trying to hold on to a thought I had. Skirmish also, for me, helps me to understand a location.
Yeah, intimately.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a different word, but it's the most apropos.
Yeah.
More so than in a war game, because in the war game you're doing the balance, and in the skirmish it's the focus is on that.
Yeah, it's an all or nothing scenario. Yeah. So yeah, let's do it. I'll rig up a couple more skirmish decks for us, so we've got some options.
Well, and let's see if Josh has time, and even if we have to do like a 3-way skirmish on a Saturday.
Or, like I said, I can run double deck if necessary.
No,
but it's less fun.
I want to do a 3-way with 3 people. If we're going to do a 3-way skirmish match, we need to do 3... Is he just not... Oh, that's right, the machine.
Yeah, he's got machining issues. But we'll fix that. I'll talk to him about it.
The only thing we'll have to see is, which I'm sure is okay, is doing dual login on a dual Steam profile login on one machine.
Won't have to.
Well, no, because then they can use my notebook.
Yeah.
And play... And
so he'll use his login on the notebook, use your login here, use my login there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 3 logs. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just wondering if if it's gonna completely mess up my Steam profile on the notebook. That's what I'm talking about.
Meh. What are you doing playing other games, Jared?
I'm not. Notebook? It's the only game installed, but we need that as a chair.
Yeah, we do.
Right.
So yeah, we'll talk that. But other than that, good game. Good solid game. We've learned things.
I do have my old Cintiq. I bet it would run Tabletop Simulator. My Cintiq companion. It's down there. Of course it's down there.
Everything's down there. It's your magic box. Technically, Tabletop will run in VR too.
I just have PSVR.
I have no idea what that means.
PlayStation Virtual Reality.
Okay. I take it we can't plug that into just a regular old computadors.
I don't...
Little Commodore 64.
Maybe. I mean, we're using an Xbox One camera on the PC.
Get you some Amigas.
But it also doesn't work all the time.
It's gotten weird recently.
I'm wondering if... So I thought that it was an overload in the USB dongle, the splitter.
Mm-hmm. Your splitter.
But I think I put it on a dedicated port on the back of the tower. Yeah. So...
Man.
Maybe the kit that I got is bad.
So I think what you're getting there with that is every once in a while it's basically disconnecting because it'll reconnect and then it'll say, "Hey, what do you want to do with this thing?"
When I when I turned it on today, it was like, "Oh, I'm going to install the software."
You're like,
it's already. Is there an update? Nope.
Nope.
So yeah, and the cameras and the driver, unless there's something with the most recent Windows 10 update, and that could totally be what it is.
We do have a 4K GoPro camera.
How? I don't know
Plug
if
it
those
in the
work.
back.
I don't know if those work very well as webcams.
No idea. We'll find out. We'll play with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we need to do some social media re-rigging. I've got website re-rig to do too, so we'll put it on our to-do list. We'll fiddle around with it, but in the meantime, we're going to play some games, and we're going to practice. And we're going to fiddle and faddle and fart around.
You know what I would like to do more than that? I mean, we'll figure out that. I think I'm going to swap out the unit that allows it to connect to the computer and see if maybe that was defective. But the thing that I really want us to work on is better opening and closing.
Oh, actual, graphicals?
Yeah, I would actually...
Or just, us not just rambling randomly as we open?
Well, the other thing that would be nice, too, is titles.
Titles would be good.
So like, oh, see now it sees the Connect again.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I lost it.
Go down.
Go down. Go here.
Yeah, far right.
No new notifications. Oh, this
No
way.
new note.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right, you probably don't want to mess too much with any of that.
I will push all the buttons, Jared.
All right, you know what?
Anyway, we've gotten what we've gotten what we're aiming for. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us as we talk a little shop.
Do me a favor.
What?
Shut off the eye on the second video.
Shut
in
off
OBS.
this eye?
Yep. And turn on the eye of that.
This eye?
Nope. Nope. That one.
That one? Nope.
Oh, it's still locked.
It's still us.
All right.
That's a good image. We're gonna get rid of that.
All right. So you know what? We are going to wrap it up for the evening. As always, no, except for some days. As most of the time, I am Jared.
As sometimes, yes, I am Alex.
This is Earth Tile. Thank you for your enjoying or watching this war game. I don't know if you enjoyed it or not. We did.
Yeah,
That was a
time.
good game.
Yeah, good time. Now we got cards everywhere.
But we'll be back at the latest next Tuesday for our usual Tiles Day. I think we're gonna try and start doing what would be a safe time? 8:30?
8's pretty good. Like I'm pretty consistently by. We'll call it 8:30.
Yeah.
Let's call it 8:30. We will be up and running on 8:30, and we are uploading everything onto YouTube pretty much next day, pretty consistently.
Yeah, and we've got some stuff to work out with Twitch and everything. And,
Yep.
And again, this goes back to I like for things to be perfect, and I would also like people to know about. Oh, click on it quick.
I got the thing.
See, that's what it's
downloading.
doing again, man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Close that, man.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
jeez,
man.
guys. Anyway, all right. I'm Alex. We're out.
I'm Jared. We're out.
He's out.